Hey guys, how you doing?
Party people, how you feeling?
Welcome to another fun episode of What's Cooking in the South. Guys, I am your host, Rick Hughes. We're here for a whole lot of fun tonight. We will be here with most of the miscreants, a whole lot of troublemakers, and whoever decides they want to stop by. Please, everybody in the chat room, please tell me what you have for dinner, because that's sort of your ticket in here, guys. I want to hear what you had for dinner tonight. I had chicken Alfredo and some vegetables, sort of a mixture of vegetables, some asparagus, some broccoli, and some cauliflower. It was very good. And then what else did I have? I had a chocolate shake with it. That's what my dinner was. I want to know what you guys had for dinner. The first thing we talk about around here, first thing we do around here, guys, is a little something called food for thought. All right, guys, I want to talk about tonight. I want to bring up something I've been thinking about regarding AB. Guys, I think it's time to maybe not be. Maybe let's just all relax about AB. Let's stop with the worrying about him and the wonder. Everybody always asking, is he coming? Is he not coming? What's happening with AB? What's not happening with AB? I think right now the Buccaneers need to turn their attention, and I'm sure they know exactly what they're doing, but maybe even us as fans, we should turn our attention to the draft and just not worry about AB. Let's just stop thinking about him at the moment. If they're not close on contract negotiations, maybe they'll get close. Maybe they won't. But one way or the other, this team's moving forward. And as fans, let's start looking forward to next year. He's the only guy that hasn't resigned. Let's start looking forward to the season ahead, to the draft ahead, to all the exciting things that are coming ahead. And instead of looking back at that one thing right now, it's the only thing that's not absolutely perfect. So I think it's time to let go of that a little bit and start talking draft. Look, it's not that the Buccaneers don't, it's not that AB is not a phenomenal receiver. I believe he is a phenomenal receiver. I believe he played a very big part in the Buccaneers postseason. Having said that, he's one part. Nobody's going to replace him. Contrary to what you read online, Scotty Miller is not replacing AB. Tyler Johnson is not replacing AB. But a combination of Tyler Johnson and Scotty Miller and maybe someone else, all of those players can maybe do a reasonable job filling in for AB. And you're adding in O.J. Howard. There are other factors. Look, I want them to re-sign AB. I think it's important that they re-sign AB. I don't think it's something you just blow off. But I'm saying right now as fans, I think it's time to start looking forward. I think it's time to start thinking draft and not thinking AB. Not being nervous about AB. Not worrying about AB. Not talking about AB constantly. AB's not on this team right now. He pops in every now and again on social media and says, yeah, we'll get it worked out. Good, I hope you do. But until then, he's not a part of this team. And I'm happy he was here last year. He acted appropriately and played like a real man. I'm happy that everything about AB last year. But right now, we got next year to look at. It's time to start looking ahead. It's the new league year. Everything is about what's coming. This team, this year, has not won a Super Bowl. Last year's team won a Super Bowl. So let's look ahead. Let's look forward. Let's have fun with the coming season. We had a blast last year. Let's have fun this year. And let's think this year. Let's think ahead. Let's not find out something to complain about, something to worry about, something to be nervous about at a time when we're supposed to be celebrating. Right now, guys, it's all good. It's all good. We got a fun draft ahead. We got, what are we going to do? Trade down? Who are you going to take? Trade up? There are so many different options, so many different things. So this, right now, this is what we're all here for, is what's ahead. That's why we're here. You want to just get stuck in the past? Be a Cowboys fan. All right, let me bring some miscreants in here. Let's bring in Mike DeRoche, Johnny Dean, the professor, and Matt Colson. Matt, how you doing, brother?
I am good.
Awesome. All right, Mike, let's start with you. What'd you have for dinner?
Popeyes.
Popeyes, what'd you have?
Just chicken.
Just chicken?
Yeah, no
Popeyes.
chicken.
Did you get the spicy or not spicy?
No, I'm a wuss. I like to go mild.
Oh, it's not that spicy. I don't think Popeyes is that spicy. It's good. It's got a little bite to it, but you still taste the chicken. That's what I like about it. Matt, what'd you have for dinner?
Well, I haven't had dinner yet. I found a good deal at the grocery store, but it's too late to really make it work on a couple of steaks. So
Okay.
let's do the show, and then I'm going to have some Pop-Tarts.
Here we go again. He's back with the Pop-Tarts. Johnny, what'd you have for dinner?
I went to McDonald's and had 2 double cheeseburgers.
I don't
Okay.
like-
Well, that works. That works. You know what I wish I had for dinner? There's something that I wish that I had for dinner.
Pop-Tarts?
Something. No, well, those are good.
They
But,
are.
oh, doggone it. I thought I uploaded the picture here. I did not. Shoot. Let me find it here. Mike DeRoche sent me a picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of a burger that I had somewhere here. That is a beautiful thing, and now I can't find it. All right, I'll have to get it. I'll have to pull it up later. It's a beautiful thing. It's just flat out sexy. I mean, it's just awesome. Yeah, the boner burger. It is awesome. And okay, wait, here we go. Let me upload it. Now that I found it. But anyway, that's what I wish I had for dinner is this burger. Now, Mike, where did you find this thing?
Just on Facebook.
Oh, so you're not sure what restaurant it was from or anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just popped up.
This is sexy.
Oh.
That is just heart-stopping.
Is it in all the right ways for me? Look at the cheese. The cheese is perfect. It's
There's
just.
one,
where's
there's
the
one
dude?
problem though.
I'm.
There's too much vegetables.
Yeah.
You gotta get the lettuce and tomato out of there.
So I can kind of relate. I can kind of say I agree with that. I agree. There's too much. Yeah. There's too much in the way of that. But that is a.
Ketchup and mayonnaise, and that'd be
That's just.
that'd
Oh.
be
Could
before
you
lunch.
actually eat that, Rick?
What's that?
Could you actually eat that yourself?
I could eat 3 of those by myself.
Oh my God!
I've eaten a large pizza by myself and not like it wasn't a struggle.
Okay,
Okay.
this is food. What's happening? What's cooking in the South? One day, you gotta get you and the dude on here in an eating contest.
Well, from what I hear, he will beat me. From everything I hear, the dude will beat me in a food in an eating contest.
Trust that.
Yeah, no, good for him. I cede to the fact that.
I don't even think the dude could knock 3 of those down.
Oh yeah, you could. That's easy, man. Hold on. I want you to think about this, okay?
5 patties of meat.
Like,
No,
how
no,
many-
there's not. No, there's not. But I want you to think about this. Hold on. Spread that out and make it into a large pizza. Put 3 of those out and make them into a large pizza, the size of a large pizza. Yes, you could eat that.
Yeah, but not through a bun. You'd have to cut it up.
Sure. If you spread that bun around like it's the breading on a pizza.
We're gonna have to see this one day. You gotta find out where that burger's been made at.
It's called waybackburgers.ca.
Yeah, it's way back burgers. Okay, it says it right at the top.
There you go, Rick. Get your order form out.
I'm .ca. That's Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're in
yeah.
California.
No, it's Canada. That's simple. Isn't that is California's? What do you call it? That is the.
Oh, I see Steven's in here. He's going to be running out into the store.
Yep.
Canada from there.
There you go. That's right. Steven's gonna have to get that fixed. So anyway, guys, what do y'all think about AB? Let me start with you, Mike. What do you think about AB? About what I said about AB? I mean, do you agree? It's just time to just stop talking about AB and stop.
Just time to move on, I think. I'm not really concerned about it. I have all the faith in Tyler Johnson to take his place if need be.
Yeah.
It'd be great to have him on board, but if he's not available, it's not there. It's not there.
I got an issue with this Tyler Johnson thing. Tyler Johnson's not AB's backup. That would go more to Scotty Miller, and Scotty Miller don't run the routes that way. Tyler Johnson is actually Mike Evans' backup. He's the only one standing on the roster behind Mike Evans.
Okay.
Well, that's why I actually said it's but that's right now. You're talking right now, but if AB's not on the roster, that changes.
Yeah, it'll take a team, and it won't be just one person because AB
Right.
is one of the greatest route runners of all time. You can't just plug and play somebody else in his spot.
And that's what I think I said, though. I think I said that pretty clearly. It's not that somebody's going to take his place. I think it's multiple players, plus you add in O.J. Howard. And, okay, we can survive. We can move on. Let's start looking forward. That's a summation, I guess, of what I was trying to say.
Well, what do you think, Johnny?
He stopped my brain working when he said O.J. Howard.
Sorry.
I stopped your brain from... That's all it took.
Every time somebody mentions O.J. Howard, man, I just...
Well, explain.
Well, we've seen his development. He caught one really great pass during the season, got injured, and was gone.
I just feel like with Brady there, I don't think we've seen everything we're going to see from Howard. I think with Brady, I think Brady will know how to use him, utilize him. No, I mean that seems to me to be what Brady does. Am I wrong about that? I mean, that just seems to me like that's his strength.
If you're using him as just a wide receiver, fine. Yeah, I can see that. But that's not what he's here for. He's here as a tight end, and he's taking up a tight end spot.
Okay.
I mean, his blocking skills, although improved, are still not up to Cameron Brate's status, and Cameron Brate isn't the greatest blocking tight end in the world.
Who is?
Maybe with Gronk. Gronk, definitely. I love Gronk, man.
Yeah.
And I don't think Auclair is still on the roster anymore, is he?
No.
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah, he
But
is.
I don't think he is.
here's the thing, though.
You don't want to have to plug and play a tight end. Look,
O.J. Howard is not coming off the roster. Okay.
right, but listen, a tight end takes up three positions. He takes up a running game, and he takes up a blocking game and a receiving game. If you're only using a tight end for a wide receiver, you're not using a tight end.
No. That's not what I was trying to say. I was trying to say that we still have weapons. The point was that there are still plenty of weapons.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
There's not another team in the league that's as deep as we have it overall on the offense, with or without AB.
Right.
It's a smorgasbord, for Christ's
I
sake.
It's an
agree.
embarrassment of riches.
Yeah,
It is an embarrassment of riches.
My brain locked up when I heard OJ, and it just
Yeah. Everybody in chat, what'd you have for dinner? Come on. Okay, Misador says Auclair is gone. Come on, guys. What'd you have for dinner? I want to hear this. Olga, what'd you have for dinner? Misador, what'd you have for dinner? Chris, come on, guys. Russell, all you guys out there, what'd you have for dinner? And let's add this other miscreant. He's hold on. He's black and he's super straight. It's Stephen Glasker.
I love that intro.
How you doing, man?
How you guys doing? What's going on?
Doing good. Doing good.
To answer your dinner question, Rick, I had all-you-can-eat ribs. I went to a place in Fort Worth in the stockyards called Richie's Barbecue, and it was fantastic.
And you're done? I mean, they did say all you can eat, right? I mean, my question about that is this: if it's all you can eat, why do people leave?
Why did they close the doors?
Well, I mean, no. I figure, okay, when they close, okay, you go home. All right, then you got to pay again tomorrow. But all you can eat, I mean, you should be able to get there when they open up, start eating, kick back, pull your phone out, do whatever you need to get, put your laptop on the table and say, you said it.
Theoretically, you could, but your stomach only has so much capacity. So.
Yeah, who is it? Was it Ralphie May? Oh, bigger boy, you go home now.
On that side, yeah.
Yeah. But
I love what you said, Rick. Earlier, I listened to you about AB. Although I agree with your summation, I'm probably more in line with Johnny in this respect. Here's the deal. I think here's what most people are missing about AB. Right now, we have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin as the 1 and the 2, right, on the team. Not to mention, Tyler Johnson or Scotty Miller.
if you want to, yeah. I don't even know that the traditional numbers apply, but yes.
I believe Mike is considered a 1 and Godwin's considered a 2.
Right.
Here's the issue: AB is better than both of them.
Correct.
and he's the 3.
No, I agree with that, and that's why I said I'm not trying to say it's not important, and I'm not trying to say he's not important. I believe he was important during the postseason run.
Right. All you got to do is watch the game where Evans was out. Was that what game was that? I forget what game when Evans got hurt.
Which time?
Well, the one late in the season, Evans remember his knee, and he sat out a game, and so essentially AB took over for him, and they had no answer for him.
Right.
No answer for
Right.
him. He's that good.
I agree with that to a point, but there's no answer for what Evans does either. AB cannot go up and just do the takeaway game.
Well,
The answer for AB, we don't know it. Maybe Judge, what's her name? Yeah, we don't know what the answer for AB is. That's yet to be determined.
That's true. No,
AB may be the answer for AB.
Yep. I hear what you're saying, Johnny. The issue is, but Mike is really good at one thing, and a lot of it he just ends up getting pass interference calls.
Right.
And AB can do everything. Now he doesn't have Mike Evans' height, so he can't jump the way Mike does, of course. But Mike rarely ever jumps as much as he used to. I mean, he used to
have you
really
seen
go
Mike's
up and
route
high
running lately, though?
It's gotten better for sure. It's definitely gotten better.
It's improved a lot. But no, he doesn't run routes. Nobody runs routes like AB. He is the best route runner in football. And he'll probably go in the Hall of Fame if this don't screw him up with the courts and stuff. He'll probably go in the Hall of Fame as the best route runner in football.
He's not the most valuable free agent that's out there. Nobody wants to pay him.
And does he even have all his toes left after the foot freezing thing?
I don't think any of that has to do with football. It all has to do with the character issues and stuff. And they're still sitting back and watching.
Well,
Right.
I don't blame him.
Well, that's my thing. Is nobody's even sniffing around the goods with him. You're not even hearing other teams really. Now I know there are other teams that would be more than happy to have him, but nobody's really hardcore sniffing around trying to get all up in his junk. It's maybe you're hearing a little bit there, but you're not really hearing any serious talk right now. Now maybe all of a sudden we wake up tomorrow and AB signed with Seattle. I mean, if that's the case, best of luck to you. Hopefully we beat you in the Super Bowl. I mean I've got nothing but well wishes for the guy.
His target for what he's trying to get. The Bucs.
Matt just moved, by the way, to the Oklahoma Speedway.
That wasn't me.
I think that was me.
Oh, okay.
But AB has got an idea that he's worth $5 to $7 million for a one season, and
He's
there's
not wrong.
GM in the league that thinks that. So
He's not wrong.
Well, I don't know.
Well, whether it's right or wrong, Stephen, nobody's going to pay him that. They've
Well,
already said it.
don't say that yet. Do
Right.
not say that yet. We don't know. Listen, man, somebody goes down in the preseason.
Well, that's a different deal.
Well, but it's not that he's not worth it. It's right now teams are strapped. Teams that he might be interested in are strapped for cash.
Right.
Okay, and that's just a fact because of the lower salary cap. So he may have to just bite the bullet for one more year. Hold on. Oh, we had somebody come in and then drop off. But yeah, I mean it's not that he's not worth that. It's that he may not get that. Let me tell you something. At my job, I'm worth more than I get. Hold on. Let's add.
Oh my God!
Hey,
Here we go.
In the house.
Here we go. Andrew, North Sports. How you doing, my friend?
I'm not too bad, gentlemen. How are we doing this fine Easter weekend?
Doing wonderful. What'd you have for dinner?
A steak.
Oh, what kind?
I had prime rib. Prime rib, and the pretty lady had fast grill.
Did it sound like he just made that up?
It sounded like he was following Steven around.
Yeah, him and Manti. He's dating Manti Te'o's girlfriend.
Are you the stockyards dude?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
He's gonna pull up a picture of a steak and say, "See, oh yeah, that proves everything. That proves that." It's like, let me show you. I'm gonna show you. If I pull up a picture of Kate Upton, does that prove I'm dating her?
Yes.
I mean,
Absolutely.
It's on my timeline. It says Andrew.
Yeah.
Don't look at that one.
I'm messing with you. Yeah, keep the porn off, please.
Yeah,
but
don't look at that one.
Yeah, but I mean, no, that's awesome. So you had a nice steak, and that
Veggies.
I am jealous. I am
David,
jealous.
check that baby out.
That burger is amazing. Wow.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Like a Rita burger or whatever the heck it's called.
Way back burger.
I can't believe the dude hasn't showed up yet since you put that picture up there.
Yeah, I know. It'll all go downhill shortly. Don't worry.
My picture slip on my phone. I'm sorry, guys.
There you go.
Several locations.
That is just sexy. But I have a question. Why did they put the larger patties on top?
I think it just
Yeah,
got to the
that's
point where it's
weird.
stacking weird.
I don't think it really matters. You're tearing that thing apart anyway.
I
Yeah.
think it's an optical illusion.
Yeah, but look at how much bigger the top bun is than the bottom bun.
That.
Cheers.
That's a burger that you lay on its side, like the dude would like.
Yeah,
She's been
yeah,
on
but
top
you put that thing on its side, and the dude is not eating it. He'll do something else with it. He might eat it first. He might eat a little first, but
Oh my god.
that'll be about the end of that.
Yeah, the dude will have foreplay with it.
Yes, exactly, exactly. But I don't know. I
I
don't
thought
know.
we had young kids out there.
We do with
My
Well, let's save the kids here in reference to what you guys are saying about OJ. How I agree. I kind of agree with the both of you. I hear what Johnny said about, well, is he really that valuable? But Rick, I agree with you. There's not been enough of him with Brady to see how valuable he could be. I think Brady likes him. I think Brady probably likes him more than Cameron Brate, to be honest. But because he's been hurt.
Well, and that's the thing is, if it came down to it, if it came down to it, would you say cut Cameron Brate and sign AB? That's the question to each of you, one at a time. Let me start with you, Mike.
Wow. Oh boy. I think I would keep AB.
Okay, Johnny,
No,
you'd keep Brate.
absolutely.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, I'm with Johnny. I think Brake's been here, knows his stuff, and say what you want about him. He's dependable in the red zone.
All right, Steven.
AB.
Oh man, you guys are nuts! I cut Cameron Brate in a heartbeat.
Andrew.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, no, I wouldn't cut Brady.
I would say before the show ends, I would, if right now we could solve this whole thing, I would say Cameron who? I think I remember him. I mean, listen, he's awesome. He's wonderful. He's fantastic. He's all of those things. Yes.
Overpaid.
But
Yep.
no, I don't even know about overpaid, but I can say this. I can say one of the best wide receivers ever versus one really good tight end when you've already got.
For how long?
But that's what.
But how much longer do you have Brate?
I'm with Rick on this. You got to. So let me make sure I understand this. You were saying, Johnny, that AB is a Hall of Famer, but you want to cut him.
Right, for Brate. To keep Cameron Brate for a couple of years.
Season, that's it. He's gone after this. Next year when the money opens up, AB's going with the money, and you know that.
How long are we going to have Brate?
As long as he's signing for minimum deals like this, didn't they just give him an extension?
Who,
They're
Brate?
not going to cut him, man.
No, they didn't just sign Brate to an extension. Brate's getting older. No.
Contract is pretty long though, so.
No, I actually think that's coming to an end, and I think that he may have one more year on it, and that's all.
That's more than
This
AB
is not
for
a
year.
I understand, but this is not a young guy. So
Yeah,
can you have one of the best wide receivers of all time?
He's not a young guy. He's the same age as AB. That's not even.
Is that true? Somebody look that up.
Yeah, he's the same age. They're both 31, and AB is faster.
AB
and
32.
versatile. And
Is he?
Yeah.
AB's 32?
He's 32
No,
in July.
in July.
Oh, in July.
Yeah. Right now he's 31. But you're right.
No.
But AB, even if AB's slightly older, he's still faster. He learns better routes. He gets open more often.
I get that, but that's different positions. We're talking about a wide receiver versus a tight end. First off, we're talking about a tight end who's coming into his own, blocking, running the ball, and he's dependable as hell when in clutch situations. If you want to ask me a question,
Tight ends retire earlier than wide receivers do. Okay,
They do.
He's
Yes, they do.
Brate. Look, if you didn't also have the other guys on, if you didn't already have OJ Howard, I know, I get it, I get all the doubts, every little bit of it, I get it. But if you didn't already have Gronk, if you didn't, what did Brate do in the Super Bowl? It's not that he didn't play. The point of the matter is Gronk was out there catching 2 touchdowns because what Brait does. What?
2 times.
Two tutties.
Two daddies? Listen, what Brait does well, Gronk does better. And what AB does well is everything.
So Brait's Gronk light?
Yes.
Oh,
Very light, very light.
No, not even Gronk light, because Brait does one thing well. He catches well. Gronk can do everything.
He can
Gronk can
Right.
run block.
Right.
Gronk can run block. He can pass block. He can catch. He gets open more often.
Brait's getting a little better at blocking. Okay. But I mean, it's. I'm not trying to devalue him, and this is what happens when you get in these discussions: is you sit here and you say, "Listen, in a heartbeat, I would take AB over Brait on the team if it came down to salary." And everybody goes, "You don't like Brait?" It's not what I said.
Everybody
I'm
wants
not,
Brait
I'm
every
not
year.
even about not liking Brady or AB. It's simple. It's simple basics to me. We have three tight ends. One of them is useful. The other 2 are a waste of space.
Right.
Howard has been nothing but a waste of space on this team since he's been here.
He blew out his Achilles.
I don't see it, dude. AB is in a position that's the deepest position on the team, and we can no.
How old? Wait.
Believe it or not, we can afford to lose AB. We can.
Hold on. How old is OJ Howard?
Oh, I don't know. Look it up.
Who is OJ Howard? How good can OJ Howard be by the time he's Cam Brait's age?
Right.
Listen,
James
give him
Winston.
time. Okay, give him time.
Oh,
All right, it took Brait this long. You're saying he's just now coming into his own as a blocker.
Bray has been dependable ever since he's been
OJ
here.
Howard's 26 years old.
Okay, hold on, Johnny. You just said Brait
He's just
is
now coming into his own blocking.
right
He's
at
always been
31.
dependable.
How just now coming to your own when you're in your last
He's
years
just
of
now
your
got coaching
career.
staff.
Right.
That because everybody's getting better because they got coaching staff.
I get that, but he's in the last years of his career. Tight ends don't play much longer than this.
Oh, Jimmy Graham's still playing.
Are you
Not
comparing the two?
Not much. He's not
We're
playing
talking
much.
longevity
Is he
here.
productive?
What's that?
Is he productive? Howard?
Jimmy Graham?
yeah.
No, not anymore.
Yeah,
Not
so-
anymore.
He's an afterthought.
Isn't he up in
But
Chicago?
you know what?
No, he was in Seattle, I think.
Yeah, but he didn't play very much. Let me ask. This is how you solve this argument, really, guys. If you let's not even use the names, okay? Because there's too much associated with the names as far as the history that's
Correct.
been here. And maybe,
Correct.
If you ask the simple, would you rather have Hall of Fame worthy wide receiver A or pretty good tight end B? What would the answer be?
No, it's not about a Hall of Famer or tight end. It's about the position and the value to the team right at the moment.
Well, no, but I agree, and that's where I say it's not. First of all, you can draft a tight end that you've got
And then
Gronk.
develop them like LJ Howard 5 years later.
You've got Gronk.
I wish
Okay,
so.
For how
That's-
long? For how long?
a year or two. We're trying to win now. Haven't we saw that? That's pretty much been determined.
This
Okay.
isn't about when now. This is
If you're
about
trying to
who I
talk
would
on
drop.
Johnny,
You
if you're
asked me who I would
Johnny,
drop, and that's who I would drop.
I understand, Johnny. If you're trying to talk right now versus long term, you can't talk Cam Brait long term.
Right.
Okay, you can't.
One
And-
interjection on that whole thing is if we're talking, the good for the teams and the needs and stuff like that, right? One
Yep.
is taking pay cuts to stay on the team, where the other one's kind of still
took-
not on the team because
Wait, who took the pay cuts?
Cam Bray took a pay cut last year
He did.
in order to help.
For his
Actually, it was an
Yeah.
extension. It was an extension. Yes, he didn't
got
take a pay cut. He got an
guaranteed.
extension.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what they've
and-
all done. It still works.
Right.
out the Same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
BA said that none of them take less money. They're just getting
Right.
extended.
Right, that's
They're
what
not-
happened. He didn't take a pay cut.
Okay, I thought it was like a $3 million pay cut. And then
No,
after-
no, it was on the books. It was a $3 million cut.
They are all
Right.
signing for less than they could
Right.
have got, though.
Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal, guys. It's 9:00. That means it's time to do something. So I need to put a few of you in the lobby here. Andrew, I'm sending you to the lobby right now.
Beat it.
Okay.
This ain't the lobby.
You better hang around, okay? All right, Steven, you're going to the lobby. Hang around, please.
All right.
All right. So, guys, it is time once again to see if anybody is good enough to handle Matt from Oklahoma. Matt is sort of our Ken Jennings, our resident Ken Jennings, on our little game show called
Are you kidding?
Food Fight. All right, guys. Everybody do me a favor. Hit your buzzer one time.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
All right, very good. Everybody is there. We got all the buzzers in. So here is how the game is played. Everybody listen, because there's a little bit of a change, not much. Here is the deal. What we're going to do, I'm going to ask you guys questions. Now, I'm going to give you a category at first. May help you, may not help you. You always have to be thinking. All right, some, if you answer too quickly, first of all, if you get the question right, you get a point. Here's the change. If you get a question wrong, you lose a point.
No more halfsies, huh?
No more halvesies, +1 or -1. Okay? So if you answer too quickly and get it wrong, you're losing a point. Does everybody understand?
Yep.
Do not shout out. Everybody listen. Do not shout out the answer until you know you were the one who was buzzed by me calling your name.
Ace Ventura.
All right. All right. All right. What movie starring Jim Carrey? No, I'm kidding. The category for tonight is Buccaneer history.
Oh, dear God.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to delve into something, and I'm actually going to help you a little bit here. We'll not just say Buccaneer history. Not just say Buccaneer history. I'm going to say all of these questions deal with free agents in Buccaneer history.
God almighty.
And I'm going to go one step further in helping you guys and say they are free agents that came from another team to the Buccaneers.
Well, of course. Where else would they come from?
Well, you re-sign your own free agents all the time. Matt.
Look at this year's class.
How do you win this game, Matt? Okay.
He's trying to distract us is what he's doing.
Okay. No, that's good, solid advice, because somebody's going to start guessing, a guy that was the Bucs and they re-signed him and say he was a free agent. Okay. So is everybody ready?
Let's roll.
As much as possible.
Question number 1. This number 83 wide receiver had only 874 yards. Johnny?
Jojo Vicious.
Holy crap, you're right.
Well, that's the number.
I thought that was going to throw somebody. Johnny gets 1.
Johnny got lucky.
He did, because question number 2. Hold on. Okay. Question number 2. This number 83 wide receiver was a splash signing for Tampa in 2012 when he switched from the West Coast to the East Coast, signing with the Buccaneers from Matt. Vincent Jackson it is. Now do you see why it was a tougher question? You got lucky, Johnny?
I was thinking Vincent Jackson, but we always
they were
wide receivers.
Yeah, they were both number 83 wide receiver free agent signings. So you just happened to guess the right one, because the question to the first one was this number 83 wide receiver had only 874 receiving yards in 3 seasons with the Bucs. Yet he's still a fan favorite.
Does it show you I can't see it, but does it show you the order in which people buzzed in? Because I buzzed in at the same time as Matt.
Yes, it shows me the order.
Okay.
It shows up on my screen.
Yeah, it shows.
I don't have none of your names on my screen.
Well, you're just out of luck.
I am, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe
Question number 3. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. This journeyman defensive end is most known for playing opposite Simeon Rice. Okay. He was nicknamed the Crane, and he had 26 sacks with Tampa. Number 94, Miscreant Mike.
Gaines Adams?
No, sir.
No,
He wasn't free agent. He was
I
drafted.
know.
Right.
I forgot, for Christ's sakes.
Okay. This, number 94, was not a great pass rusher, but he could line up and play any line on the defensive or any position on the defensive line. You have 15 seconds.
I know it now.
Did you say the year?
I did not.
Oh,
And everybody, time is up.
I know the answer.
hold on. Let me see if I'm right. It's the guy we got from the Browns, right? I just can't remember
Mike?
his name.
Greg Spires.
It was Greg Spires.
Wow. Wow.
So we're on question 5 now?
You're now in question 4.
I get a point for that, Rick, buddy?
Nope.
No, you don't get a point. But look at him now trying to be all nice, buddy. Okay.
I mean,
All right. No, we're now on question number. Now we're on question 4. Question 4. This number 70 entered the NFL as an undrafted free agent in Minnesota, where he's made a career as a stalwart left tackle when he came to the Bucs. He even made the Pro Bowl for the Bucs in 2010. He weighed 315 pounds.
Oh, man.
I got enough.
You have 15 seconds. Come on. Come on. Anybody? Oh, guys. Johnny D, the professor. I thought this was going to be totally your night.
I did too.
And time is up. Donald Penn.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not like I'm pulling people out of here that are not well known. Okay,
I thought you
guys.
said defensive tackle.
yeah, that's
He entered the league and was a stalwart tackle.
I could have swore you said defensive
Did
tackle. I might have been
Rick,
thinking
you said-
defense.
I'm going to protest this one.
Wait for Donald Penn?
Yeah.
He's not.
Did I say that?
I'm going to give you a pass on it, dude, because I might have just been hearing things, but that's what I was supposed
Maybe I read wrong because no. Here's the thing. I may have made a mistake there because there's all I'll say is you just picked up a clue coming forward. Okay.
Okay.
So I may have just made a mistake and read part of another question. So here's what we're going to do. We're just not going to count that one.
Oh,
But that was number 5, right?
Yes, but we won't count it. It doesn't matter anyway. No, that was question number 0. It didn't count. Okay. That was number 4. No, that was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was number 4. Question number 5 is this. This Super Bowl champion quarterback wore number 14. He replaced Johnny?
Brad Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
no, hey, Rick, stop. Rick, there's guys putting answers in the chat session there.
Guys, please don't put answers in the chat section, okay, guys? Come on, guys. Hey, for the rest of you, do me a favor. Those of you competing, click on over to private chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just trust y'all to,
See how honest I am? Look at
okay. And if you wait for these idiots, it's probably gonna take you too long anyway.
There is a little bit of a delay, so.
Okay,
it. We're
guys.
not doing the buzzer?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. This center never became. Let's see. This center has never, or became the. I'm sorry. This center became the highest paid center in football when the Bucs signed him.
Oh my God.
He has been called the Benjamin Button of the NFL. And where's Johnny?
Oh my God, I can't think of it. Frank Jensen.
Yes, you got it.
Jensen?
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Oh, I was thinking it was a guy from New England, but he wasn't.
No, you got it, Johnny. You pulled it off. Okay, very good. Now, the next question. Question number... let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question number 6. The buzzers are cleared. Okay, this number 58 was a rotational pass rusher with an AFC Super Bowl winner.
Shaq Barrett.
You got it. Johnny's walking away with tonight. I did not think you were going to do this much better than everybody else. Come on, guys.
I'm no good with numbers.
It's Shaq
I
Barrett.
can't remember players.
Then just listen to what I'm saying and ignore the number.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. This number 56 linebacker. Yep, I did.
No.
Didn't I? Okay. Okay. This number 56 linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers came to Tampa. He's considered to be the catalyst in the change of the greatness of the Buccaneers defenses. Mike.
Nickerson?
Oh, who?
Hardy Nickerson?
Yes, you got it. Mike comes through.
I didn't hear Mike's buzzer that time.
I did.
Same though this time.
Yeah. Good job, Mike.
Pulled that out of my arse.
Yeah. All right. Question number 9. Number 97. This Arizona Cardinal pass rushing master. Mike,
Mike's on it.
you got it. Mike's coming up. Mike, you have to. All right, hold on. Clear buzzer.
He needs one more to tie Johnny.
No, he needs 2 more. He needs both of the neck. He needs 2 more because of the question I have to redo. So this is actually question number 9, and Mike's got to get both of them. You both do. Either Mike or Matt has to get both of them. All right. This former New England Patriot signed with Tampa in 2020.
Oh, I knew you were
He
going
set the record.
Oh, sorry.
Mike,
Gogowski.
you got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
He buzzed in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dang it.
All right. It comes to this. It comes to this. Is everybody ready?
Let's do it.
How confident are you feeling?
Not very.
Okay. Be careful.
Let's go, Rick.
This Super Bowl winning quarterback signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Johnny,
Brady.
you got it.
Well, there's only so many Super Bowl winning quarterbacks we ever had.
That's right. That's right. Johnny won. Johnny pulled it up. Johnny, you earned that, brother. You deserved it. You earned it. And let me tell you here. This is Johnny. This is actually, I think, the coolest shirt that we've had. Look at what this is. The shirt you won.
Oh, yeah, that's my shirt.
Miscreant to the core with that on the back.
All right.
I could have won that.
That's pretty awesome.
Johnny,
Miscreant to the core. So Johnny, congratulations, my friend.
Johnny.
Thank you. I'll take a bow now.
All right, let's bring in the rest of the miscreants. Let's bring them back. And what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go to a commercial real quick here, and we will come right back and we'll finish the conversation. All right, guys, we will be right back. All right. We the witness protection program, and he's gone. Notice Mike. Witness protection program, and he's gone. Whether he intended that to be funny or not, it is. Okay.
No, you don't want to.
Yeah, now he's back. Okay. Okay. So
So close.
Yes, that was close. That
Way to
was
go,
very
way to
close.
go, Mike.
Yeah, nice comeback, Mike. That was a very nice comeback. Matt was nowhere to be found.
Wow.
Yeah, Matt, you.
I'm no good with that. I used to go to the Scott Brantley used to do radio shows in a local pub.
You don't have to tell us you were no good at that. We all saw.
Yeah, I can't do it.
You were no good at that. We know that.
Hey Rick, the last question you said, you had a bit of a pause after you said it. You paused, so I thought there was more to the question. That's why
I know. No, I know. It was one of those things. It was like it was like, should I guess? Should I guess? Because you guessed totally right when I said this New England free agent came from the New England Patriots. I was expecting somebody to buzz in and say Tom Brady, and it was Gronk. So,
Yeah,
but you guessed Gronk, and it was like, oh man, good guess. That was a good guess. So yeah, you guessed at the right time this time. That was well played.
Johnny,
But you guys, thanks a lot. That was a lot of fun.
Good question though, Rick, because Gronk wasn't a free agent. He was under contract with the Patriots. We had to trade for him.
What?
Oh crap!
Yeah,
He was
we had to
retired.
trade.
Oh.
He retired, but he unretired. When he unretired, that made him active on the Patriot roster.
All right.
They traded him for a 7th-round pick.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. Because you're correct, and Johnny, you shouldn't be protesting because you won.
I'm not protesting.
Okay.
I'm trying to be fair here.
You're protesting, and because this game is under protest, and I agree with the protest,
All of us get a shirt.
all three of you are going to get a Miscreant shirt.
Hey, wait
Okay.
a minute. Wait a minute. Andrew and
Everyone
I,
does participate.
No. You guys have to actually be in the freaking game.
Andrew and I listened very intently.
I get a participate.
But here's the deal, guys, to the rest of you and everybody in the chat room in the next week or so, there's going to be a way for you guys to get those shirts if you want them. Those shirts plus a whole lot more. It's going to be really cool. There's all kinds of goodies, all kinds of fun stuff that's coming.
You getting
So
hats, Rick? We getting hats.
there's going to be hats. There's going to be shirts. There's going to be freaking golf balls. There's going to be everything your little heart could imagine.
I want a hat. I'm a hat guy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
am too.
It was, no. You are all second-class hat guys compared to DeRoche.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's true.
I didn't have the money when that one was available, though. I did like it.
Hold on. Let's bring the dude into here. Hey, dude.
Dear God. Show him how.
You're late, dude. You are late. Bring that burger up again, Rick.
How you doing, dude?
Hey, I heard you were giving away T-shirts, man. I'm here.
Yeah. You had to be part of the game. I already told the other guys no, but you can buy one very soon, dude. You know, if I was giving away shirts that I'd probably give them to people where, if I was given one previously, but, anyway. Just saying. just pointing that out. Just, a little bit of, just throwing that out there. But here's the deal, dude. Dude, did you see this?
All I can say is, though, let me tell you what I had for dinner without all that salt.
Yeah, what'd you have for dinner?
What do you think I had for dinner?
Vodka with
Pizza.
onion.
No, you had a White Russian.
Yes. Yes,
Well,
thanks.
you are nothing if not consistent, my friend.
What is a white Russian?
Kahlua and cream.
What is a White Russian? You've never had a White Russian?
No.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you need to try that. Although that's not my favorite drink. It's definitely a good drink. Oh, well, you know what? This is interesting. How have we never done this? Mike, what's your favorite drink?
Caesar.
What's that?
A Caesar.
A Caesar. What's a Caesar?
Vodka, clamato juice, celery, Worcester sauce, and
What?
it's like a Bloody Mary in America.
Okay. All right, that's good, Johnny.
I missed the question. I had to step out for a minute.
What's your favorite drink? He was busy going to get one. What's your favorite drink? Your drink of choice? Coffee. Okay, that works. Steven.
If we're talking non-alcoholic beverage, coffee's mine. If we're talking alcohol, I like Crown and 7.
Yeah, alcohol. If you're yes. So I'm meaning alcohol, but if you don't have it, you don't drink it. Andrew.
Liquid cocaine.
It's a monster.
Well, I am terrified of asking this question. What is that?
It's literally just a half shot, or sorry, shot of Jägermeister and a shot of Goldschlager.
Okay. I got scared when he said it is literally. I thought he was going to say just liquefied cocaine. No. Okay.
All I know is I got a party with Andrew.
Yeah, exactly. Matt,
I'm a wine guy.
you're a wine guy. White wine, red wine.
That doesn't matter.
Just don't say the pink crap.
I can't. No, I don't do Zinfandels.
Okay.
But I
Why
can't
you
drink liquor.
I drink a rosé.
Yeah. No. And if it has a basket on the bottle, we don't drink that either. Anything that says sangria, not even close. Not
Okay, dude. Is it a White Russian? Pretty much. That's it.
Yes, unless we're involved in cancel culture, then it's just a Russian.
There you go.
There you go.
Wait a minute.
There you
no,
go.
stop this.
Stephen Glasgow drinks a Black Russian, but it's super
Yeah.
straight.
Exactly.
Nobody
Yeah.
shot the Matt the night train.
I was gonna say to the dude, why I gotta be white?
Yeah.
See, now my typical response was because I can never find black cream, but I realize I'm walking into something right
Yeah, you're walking straight into it there. You're walking straight into it there. You're not looking hard enough. You're not looking hard enough.
How many minority classes do you think they have in Russia? I mean, think about that. They don't let people in.
I bet you more than you think there, Ace.
I think
You
there's
think?
two minorities in Russia. The majority would be Vladimir, and the minority is everybody.
Everybody else, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's true.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And since y'all asked, I'll go ahead and tell you what I like to drink.
Wait a minute. Back up. Let's ask him.
Well, by the way, hold on. Look at apparently Mike DeRoche has been drinking because look at his picture. So
Mike DeRoche's O face.
yeah.
Cheers.
So my favorite drink, my drink of choice. Now here's the thing: I really love Crown. I really love Crown Royal. So Crown and Diet, Crown and 7, love them both. Just happy as can be. I also like just shots of Bullet. So
Oh yeah.
I have never had a cup of coffee in my life.
Hey, I gotta ask you,
And your hair got like that?
oh my god.
Hey, Andrew,
Rick.
What have you had, Mike?
hey, Andrew.
Mike,
Never had a cigarette.
Well, that's a good thing.
Oh, Rick.
You save thousands of dollars doing that.
yeah. How have you never had a cup of coffee? How have you never had a cup of coffee?
I never had the urge to try it or.
Wow.
Because he couldn't figure out how to stick a thing inside the side of the tree.
And he wants to know. Yeah. Oh my god.
I wish he was close enough. I would give him a cup of Death Wish coffee right now.
I don't even have words. I don't even know what to say right now.
I've officially just watched Rick never want to come to Canada ever again. Like all the love that he had for Canada, it's just like Calgary, nah, never again.
Hey, I gotta ask Andrew. Andrew, on the liquid cocaine, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you drink it with a straw?
Silly straw.
Nice,
every time.
nice. My cat has had coffee.
Am I disappointed?
That's not the word. It's your confusion.
No wonder your cat's got such an attitude with you.
You've never. My cat demanded the coffee, by the way. So, no, I mean,
It's the non-coffee drinking people like Mike DeRoche that has forced the citizens of Canada to start growing cocaine instead of coffee. That's the root of the drug problem. Drink more coffee.
I don't understand. I don't understand. It's cold there. Have you? I mean,
Greenhouses.
this is what terrifies me about this show with Mike being on the show is that any moment something completely normal, Mike's going to go, I've never heard of that. I've never done that. I mean, it's.
Oh wait! I just figured it out. Mike, do you drink hot tea?
I've had tea twice in my whole life.
So you're a hot
You
chocolate
know what?
guy.
Like,
You know what, Mike?
Hey,
You're
hey,
not even allowed. Just get out of Canada. You're not even allowed to be.
what beverage do you drink? What hot beverage do you drink, Mike?
I like hot chocolate.
Hot
yeah.
chocolate.
Okay.
Hey, I met a girl at an Atlanta strip club named that.
I've never had hot chocolate. What's hot chocolate? I've never heard of that.
So if that's the case, dude, if that's the case, you have had Black Russian.
Hey, dude, I went to that strip club and ordered White Russian. They threw a Four Loko at me.
Have you
Yeah.
had a
Here
flaming
we go.
Dr. Pepper?
Have you ever had what?
Alamo still watches.
Have you ever had what?
A flaming Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
What's that?
It's
They used to serve it at the Baja Beach Club, I think it was, in Tampa.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember, but not in Tampa. I went to the one in Orlando.
Have you ever had Zambuca, Andrew?
It's
that
it's
Buca?
got a,
Yeah.
you take a beer
Oh, yeah.
and you take a shot glass
Tried it
of
many
some
times.
concoction or however they make it, and they light the shot on fire and you
Yeah.
drop it into the beer and it starts to froth, and then you got to shoot it basically or it's going to get all over you.
Oh no, we used to when I was in Jamaica. When I was in Jamaica, we would drink. When I was in Jamaica, we would drink. They're called flaming Bob Marleys, and they would literally light the shot on fire, and you had to slam it down you while it was on fire.
Yeah.
Hey,
No.
I once flamed with Bob Marley.
that wouldn't work good for Matt or Andrew over there, or me for that fact.
No.
So,
Hey, Rick, what I want to get
Listen,
though,
it's not.
Rick, I need you to mark the audio for when Matt said the word frothy. I need that on a loop for my ringtone.
It's frothy. It's frothy.
Well, somehow that shot in the beer tastes just like a Dr. Pepper.
My ringtone.
Like it.
My ringtone needs to be. I've never had coffee.
Yeah.
That needs to be. And if Mike DeRoche ever calls me, and he never will, it should just say, "I've never had coffee. I've never had or what's what's brisket? I've never had coffee. I've never eaten shrimp."
If we give Dave Roche some coffee, maybe he'll get his ass out of that chair, bro.
He's out of the chair. That's
Get him
why
out of
he's
the room.
drop.
Get him out of the room.
Well, I
Yeah.
was gonna give Mike a pass because I don't know if he's in British Canada or not, but British Canada being a colony, essentially considered to be a colony. In England and in the British colonies, they drink hot tea. They don't drink coffee.
Earl
Yeah.
Grey.
So I figured, okay, that would make sense. But he doesn't even drink hot tea.
No, he drinks hot chocolate, which I stopped drinking when I was like 12, and it just
I was
now it's like a
thinking that.
treat on occasion.
I was
Yeah.
thinking that the last time I drank that, I was 12.
Yeah.
I put hot cocoa in
Dude,
the
I've
coffee.
got to look up coffee sales and
I have it every once in a while. I'll say once a year I'll have a hot chocolate or something like that. I
They
don't.
have
You gotta
little
send
packets
Dave
that you
Roche.
can buy, and you dump it in your cup of coffee, and then you get yourself some serious jack up going.
You know what's really, really good? You know what is amazing? They have a drink. It's sort of like it's not hot chocolate. It's like a hot vanilla drink, and you put cinnamon in it. Oh my god, that is good.
Cinnamon.
Okay,
You have
okay,
sex
hold-
with cinnamon, Rick.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I once had a stripper in Atlanta named Cinnamon. But
Nice.
Rick,
Me too.
So I'm meeting guys in Atlanta. is what
Rick, I
I'm
just
hearing,
looked up
right?
Canada and their coffee consumption, and it's the most
We have a Tim.
it's the
We have
most
Tim Hortons.
consumed beverage in Canada,
Mike's-
even more than tap water.
okay.
Tim Hortons is for the
Wow.
workers. Starbucks is for, and then, everything else just kind of falls into place. So
Wow.
Matt just chooses not to drink coffee.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right. That's why he's so pale.
Yeah, that and the fact that he didn't come out of the basement. He's stuck behind. He's
There we go.
So what does Dave Roche do with his coffee creamer then?
Is that
What do
right?
you do with the coffee creamer?
What do you
He's
mean?
gonna
He
say, what is that?
doesn't have coffee creamer? Not sure where you're going with this, but I'm a little nervous.
Yeah,
You
you
like-
should be. I can see it.
I feel the setup.
Every refrigerator in America has coffee creamer in it, and I picture Mike
That's
Dave Roche.
true.
Mine does not.
What do I do with this?
My drink of choice.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. We can't be
Pepsi.
friends anymore.
Well, that's
No,
even
Mike-
worse for
Mike-
you than coffee.
Mike, we can't be friends anymore. Pepsi stuff.
Oh no! Now hold on, Steven.
No.
You ready,
That's
Steven?
not-
dare you?
Hold on,
I
Steven.
agree, Steven.
I like Diet Pepsi better than I like Diet Coke.
Oh,
Okay,
you're, go ahead and boo yourself.
No, let me tell you why. Pepsi's got more bite after it at the end of it than Coke does. So that's why I like it better.
Too sweet, man.
So what Rick is really saying is that stripper in Atlanta named Cinnamon liked to bite.
I like that Pepsi Max also.
Yes.
That feels really powerful.
But
No, what Rick's really saying by saying he likes Pepsi is that he's a girl.
No, it's a Yankee.
I want to know what North Sports down here is listening to. He keeps bobbing his head to music, man. What's going on there?
Me?
It's because he just had his cocaine drink.
yeah, he's just has liquid cocaine. Yeah. Mike's like,
And he's saying now the screen's going to go dark and we're going to see a semi-naked Andrew with a glow stick dancing.
Listen,
as long as it's semi, we're all good.
you guys keep talking about all these different types of ladies or whatever in Atlanta, and it just sounds like I'm gonna fly to Atlanta first before I.
You got to.
Meet you there, brother.
Don't even kid, man. I saw your show from tonight, man. That was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I missed it.
Right now, Andrew thinks he's on ESPN.
I just watched it, Steven.
Oh man, is it Boxing Day? But all right, guys, let's do this while we've got this whole crazy crew in here. There's one very good thing to do with this kind of craziness in here, and that's the meme grinder.
Lay down.
All right, guys. Excuse me?
I'm talking to my dog.
Wow. And then it got really creepy because he followed it up with, I was talking to my dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
If he starts singing, I'm in love with the cinnamon girl.
yeah.
He's kind of a sexy dog, so.
Sexy dog. Oh,
You're going to start,
you don't have
are so beautiful. We're going to start hearing Johnny singing.
No, you're
To
not going
me?
to Johnny. I'll get you sing for me.
Hey, what would have made it creepier is if the next thing out of his mouth would have been, "Can you hand me the peanut butter, babe?"
Yeah. Because he's going to make some fish. I know that's what you meant. So
right.
I will tell you guys at some point coming up here, I'm going to eat live on the air this grouper peanut butter and mayo thing.
Jesus.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about strippers again.
Back to Andrew.
After show. That's OnlyFans, guys. You just go to my OnlyFans. We'll talk strippers there all the time.
Yeah, I think we've gotten. I think there was strippers named Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen.
You
I
guys
think
got to go to his show and listen to that 10-minute rant he had on strippers today.
I'll be sure to do that.
Oh, yeah.
I will be sure and do that. I'll be sure and do that. All right, let's get into the meme grinder, guys. Let's start off with some Corona memes.
there you go.
What really happened in Wuhan? Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, what really happened in Wuhan?
Oh, you're pissing off the producer.
He knows it, Tim. He's the king of that.
He's going to cancel you.
Has anybody let the Amish know what's going on yet?
They're still having intercourse.
It's a
Yeah.
fair question. I think it's a fair question. I told you so.
So he will never work out in public ever again.
He's
Roll out in a
done.
bubble.
He's done. He's in his.
Yeah,
little
Yep.
cell and shit.
Yeah, he's done. Now here you go. I love this. When your life is a mess, but everything is somehow working out.
That's beautiful, man.
That is
That's
wonderful.
I don't get it.
What's it spell?
That's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
That's making lemonade out of lemon. Shit.
That's just when it all just works.
That's Buccaneers for you right there.
Yep. Yeah, that was last year's Buccaneers team, the visual. That is exactly it. That is exactly right. Okay, here we go. With the 17-game schedule being official, the Chicago Bears end the 16-game era as the only franchise without a quarterback throwing for 4,000 plus yards in a single season.
That's amazing when you think about
Rick,
that. The
Rick,
length
can
of
you read that
franchise.
accurately?
With the 17-game schedule being official, the Bears end the 16. I said Chicago Bears.
You said Chicago Bears, but it says the Bears. It's something people have a habit of doing.
It does not say the Bears. What the hell are you reading?
Holy crap.
It does say the Bears. What is wrong with you?
Wow.
Read it.
You thought that was not accurate?
No, no. Adding the Chicago Bears when it just says the Bears, it's not, I'm just saying it's a thing that people do. It annoys the hell out of me sometimes.
No wonder you shrank, man. Somebody
Like-
kept popping you on your damn head.
How dare you, Rick?
I apologize to all Chicago.
You done pissed Johnny off. Well done.
Wow. Now, if anybody wonders why, now picture my inbox with people complaining about things, and understand that's what I just got criticized for. Is adding the word Chicago in the middle, right before the word Bears. God forbid when I'm talking about the NFL team, but you know.
Do not use this name in vain. What are you doing?
Am I the only one that actually just visualized it when Rick said, "You need to look at my inbox"?
Actually, I was thinking about the dude when I caught that because I'm always looking through his stuff to catch misspells and rewords and stuff.
Rewords? You're already
rewords.
Oh God, you've got him.
Rephrasing things.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well done, Rick.
Okay, next.
Touche.
Kyle Pitts ran a 4.44, and now I'm so afraid I'm gonna like miss a word, or you know. So should I do this? Kyle Pitts ran a 4.44 at 6'5", okay. Kyle Pitts ran a 4.44 at 6'5", 245 pounds, and the longest wingspan of any receiver in the last 20 years. He has to be the most dangerous tight end to come out of Florida that I can remember.
Except for Hernandez.
Except for
And
Hernandez.
let me read that for Johnny Dean. Ready? Kyle Chicago Pitts ran a Chicago Chicago wingspan by any receiver.
So now everybody listening to you, dude, is going to think that Kyle Pitts is going to Chicago.
Well, we know where he's not going to go.
Right, the Chicago Bears.
I guarantee you, the New England Patriots will not draft the tight end.
What's going to be their first overall? They'll trade up for him now.
Yeah. Okay, next. Mel Gibson, Jason Momoa, and their son.
Oh, dear.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That was good.
Wait a minute. Is
What?
that possible? Which one has a vagina?
Oh.
Well, after all that criticism, probably Mel Gibson.
I have not going
Mel
there.
Gibson did that
Here we
movie
go.
about being a woman.
In a recent poll, 80% of Japanese women have admitted to faking origami.
Origami. Swan.
Shouldn't that be orgasm?
Hey,
No, that's 90%.
Was that Jason Momoa, Mel Gibson mean too gay for Super Straight Steven?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. I'm cool with everybody else being gay as long as I can be straight.
Yeah. Especially women. I just saw a statistic that 1,069,363 people got married last year. Call me crazy, but shouldn't that be an even number?
Yeah, that is kind of strange.
People marry in
I literally pulled this. I created myself. I pulled this off of CNN. I pulled the statistic off of CNN.
They were counting Utah.
Well, wait a minute. The Cuomos do have multiple women. So.
Not married though. All right, here we go. So much for sleeping my way to the top. So far, I've just managed to nap my way to the middle.
That's a meme I can get behind.
Yep, that's the truth. That is the truth. So this was a Zoom call the whole time.
There you go. That's
Yep.
how they talk to you.
That was great. I actually like that one.
Okay, here you go. Oh, like Johnny doesn't like any of the rest of them. I mean, wow, that was great. I actually like that one. The rest of
Was that a
the implication being,
Oh, I stuck my foot in it.
Yeah, the implication being the rest of them are crap. But oh my God, I liked that one.
I think
It
the
didn't say
Brady
Chicago anywhere.
did the Brady bunch take place in Chicago?
I think it was.
No, it was the Bears. That was the Bears.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Finally, a parking spot for middle-aged men with beer bellies who love to grill.
That is not an actual sign.
Dude, isn't that you?
No, you want to know why?
I guess
You
because the
don't grill.
Pac-Man's trying to eat you instead, huh?
You don't have no baby?
First of all, that looks like a Pac-Man being cut by a pair of scissors. Second of all, I'm only pregnant around Christmas time. Third of all, who the hell put that in a parking
I'm gonna
lot?
call bullshit on. Oh.
What'd you say? Wait,
I'm gonna call BS on that
one at a time. Hold on. One at a time. What'd you say, dude?
I said, who the hell would put that in a parking lot like that?
I know.
They have maternity spaces at our local.
Yeah, that's all that is a maternity space. It's for a pregnant mom.
It's
Yeah.
a sleeping giant.
It's for a pregnant woman or, parents with strollers and such. Okay. Oh, I was already there.
We still haven't.
That face you make when you didn't pay the electric bill.
That's pretty good.
All right, marked safe from whatever it is the media wants me to be afraid of today.
There you
Amen
go.
to that. Amen to
Be
that.
afraid with parking spaces with Pac-Man and scissors in it, but go ahead.
There you go. There you go. Your shirt says tap out and UFC, but your bodies say cookout and KFC.
Amen. Oh, that's me.
Coffee?
Okay,
Coffee.
so today was International Women's Day, or was supposed to be. It was supposed to be yesterday, but they took longer than expected to get ready. So,
Man, that's so true.
We're an hour late.
yep. I love this one. You guys ready? I love this one. I sneak inside and poop on the floor. I clean it up and think it's delicious.
Oh God. Oh God.
KFC.
Yeah, there you go.
That one outside is like, what about me?
Yeah, he's all.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the
Well, how
Here you
about
go.
this? Why is the black chicken outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
One guys.
Thank-
oh.
Why
Here we go.
thank
You're still coming to work, right? That's my boss.
No kidding.
That's kind of everybody's boss.
Yeah, that is definitely my boss. Okay, here we go. Here's one more. So many people these days are too judgmental. I can tell just by looking at them.
That's good.
I know a couple of people just like that.
All right. How the world really ends.
Producer's cousin?
Yeah, no joke. That's like the clone right there.
Sure. Blame it on the black cat.
Now this one
Oh,
Yeah.
Now this one is just especially for the dude, the best one of the day. Finishing off the meme grinder with.
The damn peanut butter.
Hold on, here we go. Wait, before I go in, do I look high?
Wait. You're going under the assumption that I leave.
Looks a cute high.
This is a picture
That's
of
awesome.
this is a picture of dude before he goes in the grocery store. Hey Rick. Yeah.
No, dude would never ask that question. He don't care.
Yeah. Dude's like, no, but dude would be saying, do I look high?
And you say yes, and I'm like, all right, sweet, let's do it.
Awesome, let's go.
Yeah,
All right,
I
guys.
felt like I needed to hit another hit,
Hey.
but whatever.
Hey, I like it when Johnny's temperature goes up. So I'm going to say something that's probably going to piss him off a little bit. I actually do believe Mac Jones is going to go number 3 in the draft.
Mac Jones.
What?
Mac Jones. I think he's going to go number 3. I think Mac Jones is going number 3. I think he's going to San Francisco.
Oh, good God! You know what?
Be a bad idea.
I would slap Lynch if he did that, man. I swear.
No, you wouldn't.
Guys, you can't.
Why do I have you people on my show?
No, Rick, you got to look at it this way. Look, you got to look at the tape.
There's no direction I can look at this from. It makes sense out of this.
Mac Jones had a good year in Alabama. Alabama is the most pro-ready team in college.
Oh my
Mac
God!
Jones
That's
had
the whole problem with Alabama.
Wait.
Good year.
Hold on. Let's go through the list of Alabama quarterbacks who came out of the fantastic pro-ready offense.
Yeah, let me throw something out there. So what you're saying is Mac Jones will be the first successful quarterback from Alabama since Joe Namath.
Yeah, who's the great quarterback? Wait, who's the great quarterback that came out of Alabama that Brent Musburger almost lost his job over because he was like, wow. Yeah, yeah.
This gets back to the pop start mentality. I think Tua's good. Tua just didn't have any tools around him, and now they decided to stick with Tua and build around him, and then we'll see what happens.
Great. So that's no proof.
I don't base current Alabama quarterback based on what past quarterbacks did.
I don't
That's
either.
not how you evaluate.
You just said, wait. You just said he's coming out of a successful program, the most pro-style ready quarterback.
Yeah.
Every other quarterback Alabama has come out of that pro-style ready system. Okay, that's irrelevant.
That's a false assumption. Also, he is not coming out of a pro-style offense. He is coming out of a schemed offense where he goes out there with the one play. He doesn't call audibles. He doesn't set his defense. He doesn't do any of the pro-style things that he's supposed to do.
Oh my God!
If Mac Jones is so good, why does wide receiver win the Heisman?
A.J. McCarron came out of this, and he was this great, A.J. McCarron. Remember, he's coming out of that pro-style offense. He had a great year. He was freaking phenomenal.
Let me ask you guys: how many of you thought Justin Herbert was going to be any good when he came out of college?
It's only been 1 year, so I still don't.
No, actually, the Bucs were talking about that. I remember the rumors about him getting picked by the Bucs in the draft last year. So, did I think he was going to be good? I didn't know. I've made it pretty clear. I'm not the expert on college players.
I think I had third or fourth on my draft board.
If Herbert's going to be good, he'll be the first quarterback from Oregon that's good since Dan Fouts.
He is already good.
That's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Well, no, you can't say he's already good. Hey, you can't say he's already good. There's a reason there's the term 1 year wonder. Do it more than 1 year, and then we can start calling him good. Right now, he's a solid quarterback, but let's be honest here. With Alabama, every one of those guys on that team, the third string water boy is a 5-star recruit.
No, you're right. You're right.
They're playing on a stacked team. You want to know what happens to a quarterback who plays on a stacked team in college and gets great successful? In college, he goes to the pro, and his name is Jameis Winston.
Amen, brother.
But here's the deal. San Francisco's picking third.
Josh Rosen.
And I think San Francisco likes Mac Jones. I think Shanahan likes Mac Jones. I think he could be successful in Shanahan's system.
Trey
That's why I
Lance
think
is
he's
going
going
to
to
San
go third.
Francisco.
No, he's not. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yes, he is.
You guys get too enamored with like pro day and he
I
played
don't
10
watch
games.
pro days, dude. I do not watch pro days.
Steven, Johnny and I were on this train before his pro day. Okay, if you want to just say pro day, what's the kid's name from? Oh crap, he just had this incredible pro day the other day.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson had a phenomenal pro day. You don't hear us saying that, do you? So no, it's not because of pro day. Johnny and I have been on this bandwagon before the pro day.
The San Francisco 49ers are going to pick that kid out of Miami. That's who they're going to pick.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Kyle? The Florida kid. Kyle,
the kid from the University. The kid from the University of Miami who sat out last year. Who last year, if he would have came out, he would have been the top
Sleepy
5.
or whatever his name was. No, that was
he's a defensive end edge rusher.
No,
they're not. No, they're not. San Francisco's going quarterback. San Francisco's going quarterback.
They did not trade 2 first-round picks to go to third to pick a defensive end. They're going to get a quarterback.
Yeah.
There's no way you give up that capital for anything other than a quarterback.
It's going to be either Mac. It's going to be, there you go. It's going to be Kyle Trask. It's either going to be Mac Jones or it's going to be Justin Fields.
Why would you trade up that far for Mac Jones when you can get him later in the draft?
Ooh, but see, that's the thing is there's a few teams out there who are in, say,
You
that
guys see
need
that
for
you
a
talk
young
about
development.
pro days. You guys are buying into pro day crap because that's the only time Mac Jones's name came up above 17 or 23 was once the pro day came on.
Right.
And everybody got enamored with it.
Everybody, right? That's exactly right.
Here's the other side of it, Rick. If we're just talking why the 49ers, for example, had to trade that much is because in reference to their draft pick this year, Carolina was just ahead of them. Denver was ahead of them.
No. I said, why would they trade? Oh, yeah, to get somebody who could get down lower. Yes, I'm sorry. I don't think everybody's running at Mac Jones like you guys think. I think you're buying hype media stuff. Great story. He's going to be the one you're going to see there, sitting in the room, in the green room, and the cameras are on him, and that he's the story. They're building the story right now, and you guys are hook, line, and sinker going right into it.
Until all pro defense gets a hold of his butt.
What about Trevor Lawrence?
It'll be Fields more than
He's number one. There's no discussion.
Trevor Lawrence is going to go ruin his career in Jacksonville.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
Trevor Lawrence is going to be the reason that everybody wants to go play in Jacksonville, man. Everyone's going to buy teal. It's going to be Jacksonville heaven.
I'll be 100% honest with you. If you want to
Hey, he is black.
Yep. I am black.
Want to find out who's the quarterback.
And he's wearing a black Super Bowl shirt.
Hey, and we're wearing the same shirt, me and Andrew. Hey.
There you go.
Right. Hell yeah.
You guys do realize you are like photo negatives of each other?
Hey, if you want to figure out who's going to be the best quarterback in this class, you have to watch the universities they play for. And do they develop players or do they just squeeze the talent out of them like Alabama? So with that said, Justin Fields has not developed at all. Neither has Mac Jones. The guy who's developed the most as quarterback is the kid Zach. That's the one who's going to be most ready to actually run a team and has progressed every year instead of just...
That's the kid with the great pro day.
I will agree with that, dude. I will agree with that.
He had a great pro day. Everything about the guy is also a marketing freaking dream.
You're talking
Zach
about
Wilson.
You're talking about Zach Wilson, right?
Yes, he's a marketing dream. He looks like when he smiles, you're going to see ping coming off of one of his teeth.
I agree. I love Zach Wilson. But here's the problem.
Will take him. They should be slapped and
no, that's the problem.
Simmer down, Sparky.
The reason why he's going to have trouble is because he's going to the Jets. That's where quarterbacks go to die. He needs to go someplace else. If he was going someplace other than the Jets, I would agree with you.
Well, we used to say that about the Bucs too, but
can't you say that about San Francisco?
No, San Francisco's got a solid coach. They got a great GM. They got a solid defense. Everybody was.
Wait a minute. What he's saying is correct. Let's think. San Francisco quarterbacks. Quarterbacks go to San Francisco to die. Alex Smith. Who else?
That was before Shanahan.
Okay, Listen. Okay, do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Garoppolo. Hold on. Why can't I think of his name? The protest dude.
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick. Okay. There's
Kaepernick. They tried to fit a square hole into a.
There's no shortage. I mean, if you sit there and you say, "Well, that's more than a year ago," well, of course, there's only going to be one, and then you're going to say, "Well, there's only one example." I mean,
Garoppolo. Look, Garoppolo got that team. Garoppolo. We're talking about the guy who they threw 6 passes in a game and won.
Right.
Okay. Garoppolo went to a perfect spot. This is a perfect spot if Jimmy G is still there for a year for Trey Lance. If not, it's great for Zach Wilson because they got the team around them to develop. That's one thing I like about what San Francisco.
Because I don't like Belichick, nothing would make me happier than to see Garoppolo end up back with New England and fail. And then fail. Yeah,
I would love that too.
Then it's you got your guy and you still failed. The answer was it was Brady. Belichick's got a 43% winning percentage without Brady. Brady comes to Tampa and look at what happens. I mean, I just feel like the decision. I just feel like this is decided already. But let's give it another year.
Well, so Rick and company, I do have one question then. If we're just talking the draft quarterbacks here,
yes, sir.
I think we all can agree that based off of success and failure on some of these quarterbacks in the past and stuff like that. It could be on the situation of where they went to, of course. If we're talking about the most appropriate places for these quarterbacks to have the most appropriate success, because Trey Lance, if he fell down to, the Chicago Bears, is not going to probably have the greatest success. Whereas if he were to be picked at number 3, 4, 7,
You mean the Bears?
The Bears.
You said Chicago. You said Chicago. Don't you know that's not right?
But if we're talking best scenarios for these quarterbacks, Urban Meyers with Trevor and Zach Wilson, you just take them out of it. Trey Lance, number 3 for San Francisco, is probably the best. Justin Fields either going to Atlanta at 4 or Carolina at number 8 would be the other beneficial probably place for them. And then Mac Jones getting developed either in, say, Carolina as well or by Denver is maybe not the best places for someone like Mac Jones. Maybe it'd be the Patriots or the New Orleans Saints or something like that if you're trying to get the best out of Mac Jones. It's not going to happen for somebody like Mac Jones because he's going to get a system that's got like one wide receiver and he's going to keep trying to toss it to him every time. Trubisky has in the past or some of these other guys. Trey Lance is going to be able to sit in San Francisco's system, if it is, let's just say, and be able to actually come out and do, kind of what Patrick Mahomes has done in the past or what Lamar has done. You just sit him for a little bit and then you put him into the system that's built for them. Whereas
I agree.
These teams are just going to reach, like, for example, with the Kyle Trask, is once the big 5 quarterbacks are gone, Chicago and, maybe the Washington football team and, New Orleans and all these other guys are going to be like, maybe we should start trading up to try and get Kyle Trask. And that's where you start getting really big issues.
You really think that's going to happen?
I do.
It probably will. Yeah,
I agree. I think somebody's going to panic. In fact, I agree. I like what Andrew said. I wouldn't mind seeing Mac Jones come to Tampa. If Tampa was going to pick him at 15, I doubt they would. Because he's a much more Brady-esque type quarterback. He's a pocket quarterback. He's got a quick release. He's got a strong arm.
Hold on. Now, all right, everybody, it's my turn. Hold on.
Of course.
Nobody's a freaking Brady-esque quarterback. Stop it. Nobody say anybody's Brady-esque. There's not one damn quarterback in the NFL that's a Brady-esque quarterback. There's not one damn quarterback that's in college football that's Brady-esque. Shut the F up, okay? There's not even one, okay? Listen, it's not your arm strength, all right? It's not your freaking, it's not, well, yeah, he's not mobile, but boy, he sure is accurate. It's none of that. It's leadership, and nobody leads a team like Tom Brady has. So stop saying somebody's Brady-esque. No, they're not.
No.
Okay.
When they
Wow.
say Brady-esque,
Wow.
it's because of the style of football he plays. It's not because
That's what I meant.
they are Brady.
Exactly.
Stop it. They're not Brady-esque, okay? What are you going to say? He's a slow white guy that has an average arm, but he's accurate and can... There's nobody who's... No freaking person is Brady-esque. Stop it.
Brady plays a style that 1,000 quarterbacks have played.
Great. Pick one of them.
Yes.
Pick one of them. You got a whole bunch you can use.
Rick,
You got a whole
Rick,
bunch.
you're
He
talking about-
separated himself.
Rick,
He doesn't
Rick,
deserve
you're
that
about-
freaking...
You can explode all you want to, but that term is going to apply because there's only 3 quarterbacks in the whole friggin' league now that play that style.
Exactly. That's
Who?
true.
Who are
Is
they?
that a pro-style quarterback?
Yeah, thank you. Who are you talking about? Who are those quarterbacks?
Oh man, that would be Brady,
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
Ryan. He's
And,
ancient.
So just say he's a Matt Ryan-esque quarterback, okay? Leave Brady out of it. Brady has kind of earned the fact that you're not going to compare some wet behind the ears, pimply-ass college quarterback. Stop. Everybody stop. Everybody stop. I'm going to put y'all in the freaking lobby. Now hold on for a second, okay? Everybody, listen. Brady has earned the right to not be compared to some pimply-assed, wet behind the ears, missing mama's cooking, college quarterback, okay? Stop it. He was riding around on a moped on campus. Stop it, okay? The dude deserves better than that. He's earned it. Stop it. Have you won 7 college football championships? No. Okay? Stop it.
Hey, Rick, I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that. So let's just say if he is a Matt Ryan type, he still has MVP potential at that range.
Awesome. I got no problem with that.
So he would be a good pickup. That's my point.
I'm sorry, everyone.
That was funny.
That was fantastic.
And not once did
Thank you.
Hughes utter the word Chicago through that whole
I just-
I didn't say Chicago Bears even one time.
The Chicago Bears.
You know what's funny is I was aiming at Johnny and I hit Rick.
I just saw the opportunity and I took it.
I'm 100% agreement with you because you used the word Brady because he's the top echelon and everybody knows his style. So you can get your panties in a wad because they mentioned Brady if you want to.
So wait a minute.
Your rant is not going
He's not in an echelon. He's not in the top echelon. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead,
the
dude.
top echelon.
Go ahead, dude.
Hold. Up until last year, Brady's style was dink and dunk.
right.
Now
Right.
it's totally different.
No. What his style was is a pocket passer who uses his outlets.
Then you call him a pocket passer. Or you call
Right.
him a style
That's
quarterback.
Brady-esque because Brady is the king of it. You don't compare somebody to the Joker or the
What?
What?
trickster in the court. You compare him to the king.
Right.
No, you don't compare.
This is
him to the
ridiculous.
That's not fair.
Here's what they're saying here, but I get Johnny's point. What they're saying about Mac Jones is he's got great pocket presence. He's very maneuverable in the pocket. He's got a quick release. He makes quick decisions. Those things are all traits that Brady has. That's all we were saying. We weren't
But
saying
Brady
he's
was
going to
from
win
Michigan.
7 Super Bowls.
Brady was from Michigan. He wasn't from Alabama.
Okay. He's Michigan-esque.
There you go. Wasn't he there when Bo Schembechler was there?
Oh, this show could go off
Nice.
in so many different ways.
Listen, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. All I'm saying, my entire point is this, and it's kind of simple. There's no reason to say this guy's like Brady. There's no reason. Give Brady this. He's the best of all time. Nobody compares to him. His style of quarterbacking is not the style of Mike desperately wants attention, apparently. No, his style of quarterbacking is not just his arm strength, whether he's in the pocket or not, whether he's throwing deep, whether he's throwing short to his outlets. That's not all he is. Brady-esque is something, and this is what I try to convey on this show. What is Brady-esque? It's something that no one else has ever done. You're not quantifying it. You're not including it. His dominant talent is something you have to completely ignore to say that a college quarterback is Brady-esque. You have to take the dominant talent of Tom Brady and ignore it.
Kumbaya.
It's Super Bowl or bust, damn it.
We are the world champions, though.
Yes, we are.
We still are.
Yes, we are.
Listen, I came on this show to not get
You
yelled
are
at,
acting
okay?
so weird and immature.
Did you hear what Andrew said? Did you hear what Andrew said?
What's that?
You came on this show not to get yelled at, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I like Willard.
You have to understand he wasn't yelling at you. It was these other two fools that he was getting.
Oh, here we go with Michigan.
Yeah, I got kids, okay? I'm not the one getting yelled at either, but it's just yelled at. In my nice quiet space with my nice mic.
I'm going to lose. Andrew's never coming back. Michael never come back. You're all going away because I got mad. It makes for, you know what? But I'll bet you one thing. That one little clip, if I clip it and put it on, you know, for the next day or so, we'll do very well. So
Hey, Rick. Hold your hand up like that again. 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 30 seconds. Okay, I know. No, the other way. The other way with your little. There you go.
What are you doing?
I need to know what time to stamp it to get the screenshot of you holding your fingers like that.
Oh, okay.
I should have known this was going to happen as soon as Gary Glanville showed up.
I don't know what, man, this is like watching a heroin, you know.
Well, let me ask you a
Yeah.
question.
It looks like Andrew was trying to pick somebody's nose.
Yeah, you like Red Bull? I like Red Bull. Red Bull's great. I like Red Bull. But I mean,
Can I ask a football question?
yes, please.
Would it upset people if they took the 32nd pick and took that guy?
Which guy are we talking about now? The guy that's Brady-esque?
The Brady-esque guy from Alabama.
Mac Jones.
It would
Absolutely
upset
not.
me. Yes.
I think it'd be a great pick.
If Mac Jones fell to 32,
He's not gonna. He's not.
Then you
That's-
trade that. You trade that pick and stockpile for next season.
Exactly. Hallelujah.
Here's the thing: if you draft a quarterback that high, you're basically chasing Tom Brady out the door.
yes,
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude, for bringing the only common sense into this entire show.
I was going to say that
everybody
myself.
to come back down to earth.
But you didn't.
Talk about constructive, realistic things, not about some kind of kid from Michigan who became the god of football, who has an apocalypse.
Well, wait a minute, Matt. Nobody was ever. I don't think anybody here said that we should get Mac Jones with the Bucs.
No.
Yes, Steven just did.
I did.
Steven did. What are you talking
I
about?
did.
Oh God, Steven.
No. Look.
Thank you. Welcome to the show, Johnny. What'd you have for dinner?
I don't even have a problem.
I have a
Evidently
non-
not enough fish.
So here's the deal. The reason why is because even if I hear what dude's saying about picking him at 32, but 32 is essentially like the first round of round 2. It's like picking him in the first and the second round, and he's gonna sit because Brady. I hate to break it to you guys. Brady's 43 years old. He's not playing forever.
Why does everybody do this? Why does everybody say that? Hold on. Oh, go, dude. Go
Let me
ahead.
jump in on Steven.
Go ahead, dude.
The difference between, and like you said, it's a good point that the 32nd pick is like the first pick in the second round, except with that 32nd pick, you get a 5th-year option as a team.
Exactly.
And here's the deal. It's also this. Everybody says, oh, yeah, it's the last pick in the first round. It's kind of like picking the second round. Nobody says you got the first pick in the second round. It's just like picking in the first, okay, because it's one pick different. I mean, nobody does that. You always say it backwards. It's like when you're a little kid, you go, how old are you? I'm 8.5. Nobody, I mean, nobody, and they say, I'm almost 9. You know, nobody goes, yeah, well, I'm, you know, when you turn.
I used to tell the girls I'm almost 9.
Oh,
But when you get older, you don't sit there and say, "Well, I'm almost 53." You know, you don't go backwards. You don't say, "I'm almost 55." I mean, no, I'm 54. Okay, look, you are what you are. It's the end of the first round. It's the first round pick. It's your first pick. It is what it is. And let me tell you something. There's a whole long time between that first pick. I mean, that last pick of the first day and the first pick of the next day. So you got a lot of teams who are going to be sitting there clamoring to get to that number 32 pick. You're sitting in a good position. If you don't believe me, ask freaking New England. Look what they've done for years.
I've got a non-football question.
Okay.
Okay, for you dog owners out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you're rubbing your dog's ears and you're like rubbing the inside of their ears, why do dogs insist on sniffing your fingers when you're done?
They want to know what
they sniff all kinds of things, dude. It's just dogs.
It smells really good.
It's the exact
It's like
opposite.
catnip to them.
Wow.
Like my dog,
Yes.
my dog gets big mad if I don't let him.
And by the way, Andrew, I'm sorry for yelling at you. I tweaked his tender sensibilities, and I want you to know that I'm very sorry. It's a Canada thing, apparently.
Andrew's
Apparently it's a Canada thing. I keep tweaking the Canadians. I keep getting them mad at me.
You're just a Canadian hater.
Rick, read Tim Witherspoon's comment down there. 1, 2, 3, fourth from the bottom.
Rick's gonna start singing "Nothing Compares to You." Awesome.
So Rick.
We're gonna do my Sinead O'Connor with hair, but I have hair.
Who wrote
Prince.
that song?
Prince.
Good job. Now, what the hell is?
Do I get to keep my green card?
Yes, you get to keep that green card. What's up with that picture from De Roche?
I don't know, the pickle guy or whatever he is.
Oh, yeah, what's up
No,
with
it's
it? Yeah.
a jar pickle with a frog inside of it.
Oh,
What?
it looks like a pocket thing.
What is it?
It's a frog
Yeah,
as the same
That's
color
nasty.
as the pickle in the jar.
that's nasty.
Okay.
Pickle
That's so
frog.
gross.
That
That is so
sounds like a
gross.
Cajun thing.
I can't see that it's a frog,
I see the
thankfully.
frog.
Down at the
did, I
bottom
see
of
it.
frogs down at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Pull him up so you
I
can
see
the whole
something.
thing.
Okay, hold on.
Is there a player in the draft who is a diamond in the,
That is so
That's just
gross.
gross.
That is gross. That is
That's
so
just
gross.
gross.
oh screw it, forget it.
Oh, now.
No, is there a player in the
man.
draft? We're listening to you, Mike. Mike, the floor is yours.
Who's a diamond in the rough and has
Playing
started all over.
Canada. Is there a player?
Who's a diamond in the rough?
Player in the draft
Yeah.
who's not getting a lot of how do you say TV time, but is a diamond in the
Mac
rough.
Jones.
No,
There's
300 of them.
Kyle Trask. If you mean quarterback, Kyle Trask would be one. He's
No,
not
just
getting much play.
anybody in particular, any player.
Is Kyle Trask a diamond in the rough? Do you think who in here? Now I know, dude, you don't count because this is Florida, so we're gonna go to everybody else. dude doesn't think Kyle Trask has a shot. Everybody else, does anybody think Kyle Trask is going to have a good NFL career?
Well, we don't know, but
have
I
an answer for you. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know we don't know, Steven. You were just on the Mac Jones. You were just on Mac Jones jock. When it comes to Kyle Trask, we don't know.
I can tell you what Trask needs to work on in order to develop. So if he goes to the right team, maybe
That's exactly what I was going to say.
exactly.
he needs to develop his passing skills a little bit more. He's
So he's
not
a
as
quarterback?
accurate as he could be.
Is he a pocket
How the
passer?
hell does the guy get to be
Yeah.
a quarterback
Yeah.
senior and he needs to work on passing?
Okay, so he's Brady-esque.
He's Brady-esque.
No,
He's
not
a pocket passer who.
You know how
not as accurate.
No, he's more Mac Jones-esque. He's
Wait a minute. Wait.
He's in a system that uses that ability.
Johnny, I thought quarterbacks who were tall weren't a good prospect.
He's not
He's
over
just
6'6".
6'5". He's 6'5", right?
Yeah.
He's
6'5",
6'5".
That's
240.
too much. That's what she said.
Oh, wow.
No, he's got size on him, so he could actually be like a Ben Roethlisberger. But the same problem holds true with that, the accuracy issues.
Yep.
Now the other
Well,
part of that is name me one solid NFL quarterback that's red haired. No offense, Andrew.
There'd be that guy.
What?
Dalton.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
Andy
one of them's
Dalton.
fixing to
Andy
leave,
Dalton.
so
Yeah, actually, Dalton was good.
He's
Yeah, for a
the
while.
lead
Yeah, he's
quarterback
actually
of
been-
the-
What was Andy Dalton's playoff record again? Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
but you don't win the playoffs by yourself. He was in Cincinnati. If he can take that organization to the playoffs, a little bit of props.
Hey, after what we just saw Tom Brady come and take a 7-9 team do, I'm not sure if I believe that.
Well, he's very Mac Jones-esque.
Yes.
Oh wow! You know what? I hope Mac Jones has a phenomenal career so I can come on here and curse you out.
Don't disappear.
All I can tell you is this: talk to me in 20-something years, and if we can still talk about this, I'll take it.
Hey, Steven, don't hold your breath, though. You'll be blue Steve, not black Steve then.
Rick, you'll be 74 then, Rick.
What's that?
You'll be 74 then.
I know. That's what I said. If we're still talking about this 20 years from now, okay. You know what, Steven?
You know, and to defend Johnny and myself, when we say Brady-esque, we aren't saying he's going to have a 20-year career, win 7 Super Bowls, and be the most amazing leader to ever walk in the locker room.
You mean the things that characterize Tom Brady?
No, it's not
the
just
things
that.
that characterize Tom Brady is godliness. He is a god.
Right, but so that's why I'm saying separate him. It's just listen. His dominant characteristic is how he changed the team through his leadership, and what you're doing is setting that aside. You're setting that aside, and you're saying,
true.
and you're right, but you're having to set that aside and say, other than the main thing about him, he's very Brady-esque.
No, the reason why I set it aside is because Dak Prescott is a great leader in the Dallas locker room.
Yeah.
What good does that do them? You still have to be able to play football.
Yeah.
They need a better offensive line.
Okay, so you're saying Dak, but hold on, are you saying Dak can't play football?
No, I'm saying Dak plays great football, and somehow Dallas still ends up 8-8 every year.
Okay,
So
Dak is a great leader, but I'm not comparing him to Brady. Brady, there's something about the guy.
There's only one person out there that can part the Red Sea. Come on.
That's kind of my point, though. He has parted the Red Sea, literally, the pewter and red.
Okay, let's say it this way: his physical attributes are Brady-esque.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay,
So he's got
fine.
a horrible combine underwear picture like Brady.
No, he's actually got a better physique than Brady.
Well, then there goes
Hey,
that.
back
So
to
it's
the-
not his physical attributes.
That's
So
what the ESC is for. That's what the
Back
ESC.
to
forgot.
They're
the
not saying they're identical twins.
I forgot what
Back to
quarterback
the-
we were talking
he's like, they're not identical twins. It's just one was completely out of shape and the other was an Adonis, but otherwise they're exactly alike.
but
Well, if you look
back
at
to
them kind of right now, they are.
back to the Kyle Trask thing. Everybody that's been giving the glowing reviews, all the pundits, all the experts that's saying Trask can do this, Trask can do that, literally are the same guys who said the same exact thing 2 years ago about Will Greer.
Well,
I
who's
rest my
saying
case.
that though? Trask isn't being talked about.
I don't hear anybody saying that.
Johnny, you about a month ago, you were telling me Trask was a first-round pick, brother.
No, I didn't. I said, is he? That was during the season, and I was like, he could be a first round pick because of the Alabama game where he.
That's literally you saying he could be a
Careful,
first-round pick.
careful, dude. Careful, dude. You're gonna be now. Here's where you get accused
That
of
was
twisting his
one
words.
Example, and I asked you in Messenger at that time. I've had time to look him over since then.
Okay, I'm just saying that you did at one point say he was a first-round pick, and so did a lot of other people. So did a lot of the pundits. In fact, if you go through all the mock drafts, they have him creeping up the mock draft. And what I'm trying to say is Florida, the University of Florida, just like the University of Miami, has not put a quarterback in the NFL that has won a championship. Ever.
You son of a.
Ever.
He's saying that because only one quarterback out of now nobody answer. I mean, nobody say a word right now. Okay, do not shout this out right away. Okay, there is one quarterback out of the state of Florida that out of college that has won a Super Bowl. Now go.
And won a Super Bowl.
Right, started and won a Super Bowl. Go ahead. Who is it? Go. Shout it out. Go.
Come on.
Okay. Thank you. Now, Andrew's mad again.
That's not why I'm saying it. I'm saying it because in the 70s or the late 70s, 80s, and early 90s, the University of Miami was literally called Quarterback U. And during the Tim Tebow era, they called Urban Meyer and the Gators Quarterback U. And yet, the best they got is Rex Grossman losing in the
because
Super
it's
Bowl.
college quarterback U. Because it's college quarterback U.
Bring up Rex Grossman, man.
Back to the Mike, Chicago Bears.
Mike, I love your shirt, and I love the Tampa Bay.
Here's another fun fact about Brad Johnson. He was never officially named the starter in college.
Really?
He played with Charlie Ward. Hello?
That's interesting.
Oh, well, Charlie Ward didn't even take the football with him. He went shoot hoops.
Yeah.
Charlie Ward lives about 8 miles down the street from me.
Well,
thanks for that little tidbit.
Barbecue.
Oh, he's got good barbecue.
Talk crap about Florida to him.
Hey, Charlie Ward is a through and through Florida Gator hater.
He just made it. I think it's funny. It's like he just felt like dude just like he accomplished something because somebody lives 8 miles from him.
No, what I'm saying is the guy that you were saying that he chose the NBA instead of the NFL, and he had a pretty good successful NBA career. He was a very good basketball player at Florida State, but the guy moved back to his hometown just north of here in Thomasville, and he is now like a social and political leader in the community, and that's what I'm trying to say. He was the starter. Brad Johnson was never named a starter. Now, did Brad Johnson start a game? Yeah, I believe it was during an injury or something like that. But the point being, again, there's only one college in the state of Florida that has put a Super Bowl quarterback that started one, and that would be your Florida State Seminoles. Even
That's
though
the
they're
loveliest thing I've ever heard.
But right now, Florida State is strictly a women's soccer school.
Well, no, they're pretty good at college basketball.
All right, serious question: which college has put the most quarterbacks in the NFL as starters?
Notre Dame.
Alabama.
Texas.
It was Alabama. Get out of here.
Wait, no, hold on. It may be something like Ohio State or something like
I know
that.
Miami had 4 with Vinny Testaverde, Jim Kelly, Bernie Kosar.
What about USC? What about
Boston
USC?
College?
OJ.
Are you talking currently in, or are you just talking ever?
Just ever.
Somebody, all you guys in the chat
Are we
room.
talking about drafted or just got or actually started and played?
Actually started and played.
Guys, can anybody try and try and check that question? Which college team has had the most NFL? Which college program has had the most NFL quarterbacks? See if we can come up with that first.
It's North Dakota.
I thought he actually looked that up.
So he's right immediately. He says Johnny Dean's going. Wait, North Dakota. Who's from North Dakota?
The answer. Are you ready for this? You'll never guess it. The answer is Purdue University.
Whoa, wait.
Wow. Wow.
I can see that. I can see
It
that.
is.
Purdue's
It's
put out a lot of
Purdue.
people, man.
Drew Brees.
But I would have actually thought they would put out more linemen than
Yeah, I would have thought I'm with Misadora. I was thinking USC.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
UCLA or USC. Yeah.
I since I'm not like the college guy, and I tell you guys this, I'm not the college guy. I don't confuse the teams as far as when I look at them, I know who I'm looking at. But anybody who comes from USC or UCLA, it's the same to me. You know, I mean, it's
Don't tell them that.
I know that. Yeah, I think it's funny, but Teresa comes in strong with Hulk Hogan lived about 10 blocks from me. Totally different persona.
Now we do have a part B to that question or answer, I should say.
Okay.
What college has the most starting quarterbacks in the NFL?
Today?
Active?
No, during the Super Bowl era.
Okay.
Washington.
That would be the University of Washington.
Oh, wow.
Followed by USC.
USC,
Tied with
Notre
Notre
Dame, Miami, Stanford, UCLA. If you shut the hell up, Matt. Jesus.
You guys are reading the same list.
Matt's trying to get in there quicker. You started the thing. Matt's going, I'm reading it too. I'm reading it too.
There's Schefter and Rappaport right here.
It's just damn buzzer. I just can't get it in right.
Question, dude.
Well, we were right about USC being number 2. We were close.
That's just amazing that Purdue's got 704 combined career starts on NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah, but
704.
595 of them are Drew Brees.
You're right.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
You know,
Wow.
something really interesting. I'm actually surprised at this. The state that has produced the most NFL quarterbacks is California.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, because the 70s back then, yeah.
Yeah, you had to be at USC or UCLA to do anything in the city.
Yeah, but you know what's funny is that was, if you think about it, that's the beginning of the Super Bowl era. I mean,
Man, Boston College has produced more than Texas.
Really?
Here's a question
got
for you
the
that you won't be able to look up on Google. How many
What?
Mark Sanchez's have been drafted into the league?
how many what?
Mark Sanchez's.
Just
Who
one.
cares?
I mean,
It's amazing.
That's not about the name. That's about the ability.
Are you talking people who are Mark Sanchez-esque?
Yes.
no, Rick, he's the only one who's ever had a butt fumble.
That's
There are
correct.
no other Mark Sanchez has.
See, now you're taking what you're doing is you're defining him by his dominant characteristic,
Yeah, definitely are.
running into players' asses.
They need to have a spot in the Hall of Fame for stuff like that. That would be,
That would be awesome. A blooper wing.
Dallas.
That would be awesome. Like the guy who ran wrong way. What's his name?
Alan Page.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Alan Page.
Who?
Alan Page.
Yeah, Alan Page ran the wrong way, but so did somebody else. Somebody else ran the wrong way.
Yeah, their defensive end tackle dead.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I can't remember his name.
And who was it? Wait a minute, Johnny. You and I were talking about this. Who was it on the Bucs last year? Almost did it.
That was LVD.
Levante David almost ran the wrong way.
He went the wrong way, and somebody told him, "Turn your ass around."
Yeah, or I think he tripped or fell or something happened, and then the guy he went down. But he was going the wrong way. Yeah, he was going the wrong way, and man, that's a lucky dude because he was that close to NFL history and being remembered forever for that.
Buccaneer, right?
Of course, it's the modern day Garo Yepremian with the kick, the ball rolling down the field trying to kick it. Yeah.
There was a guy back in the old, like in the '60s, that did it, and he was tagged the wrong way. That was his name after.
Yeah, that's it. Right. That's what I was talking about. I think he played for the Lions.
Yeah.
And didn't
Minnesota? It was Minnesota that did it.
Okay, I'm back.
Minnesota.
I like to get dudes' advice on something, or dudes' opinion on something rather.
I was like, his advice? Maybe should this happen off the air? Yeah.
The opinion is a better term, because we're talking about old players and current players, and we've been talking about some Hall of Fame or Hall of Fame worthy players. And one of the things we're talking about AB is, well, because of all the off-field issues, he may not be a lock and blah blah blah. I am so sick of the Hall adding things to being able to qualify for the Hall that have nothing to do with football. Do you feel that same way, or do you?
No, you're not. He asked for dude. He didn't ask for you. He doesn't care about the rest of us. Go ahead, dude.
Do you think that's appropriate, or should it just be what they did on the field?
Well, if you discount what they did off the field, you're opening yourself up for a lot of bad publicity if the players misbehave. The Hall of Fame isn't the Hall of the greatest statistical player. It's the Hall of Fame, the greatest or the best of the cream of the crop. Off the field stuff, I reckon if you can be held accountable for bad things off the field, you should be able to boast the good things off the field you've done. My issue, and this is the John Lynch factor, no offense against John Lynch, I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame if he doesn't do what he's done as a GM. And I think those should be separated in different scenarios. In other words, you have a decent or a good NFL career like John Lynch did. What 2 rings is it? I think
we're about to open the whole Pete Rose debate if we're not careful.
But
here we go.
No, I agree with you, but see, that's my problem with this whole the way they grade it, dude, is because it's too arbitrary. A great example, just based on what you're saying. There's no way, and I love Randy Moss. There's no way Randy Moss should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer based on what he did on the field. Because there are times he said he took plays off. He simulated mooning the fans when he played in Minnesota.
Well, yeah,
he did a lot of
the
stuff.
fans mooned him. But see, here's what you're doing there. You're saying
You got to take Terrell Owens out of that deal, then.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The people who vote on the Hall of Fame votes are the media. Okay?
Exactly.
The media is there to cover the team. If you have players such as a Simeon Rice, such as Randy Moss, who have rubbed the media the wrong way, it's understandable by human nature that they're going to look a little differently at you when it comes to Hall of Fame. Whether that's right or not, that's a whole other can of worms. But that said, the problem here is the media is the entity that's choosing the Hall of Famer, and 99.9% of them haven't played football past Pee Wee, bro. So,
exactly.
Just because you write about football, look at most of us here, just because you talk about football doesn't mean that you know anything about what happens between the lines. So, perfect example, Warren Sapp was a great player between the lines, a horrible person off the field, a horrible person to the media. He got in. Why
Babe
are
Ruth.
they going to get? Yeah, Babe Ruth. I mean, dude, Tug McGraw. Tug McGraw should,
Why? Let me ask you this: why does it have to be some uniform? This is why this guy gets in. This is why this guy doesn't, and we all have to listen. Players, for whatever reason, it's the Hall of Fame. Fame is subjective anyway, so there should be some subjectivity in this whole thing.
But it's saying based on what you did in your career. Inferred in that is on the field. So if you were the best at what you did on the field, like you got LT as a cokehead, and he's
how are general managers in there? They don't step foot on the field.
Right. So I don't. I think it's subjective. I don't think it's always exactly. Look, there's not a set of benchmarks that you reach. There are things that apply. The reasons you get in, reasons you don't. I actually don't have a problem with that. I do think there should be more. I think what they need to do is another year where they bring a bulk of players in so they can get caught up, because I think some players are getting lost. Matt, Mike, I'm going to put you in the lobby, dude.
Mike corrected me.
Okay, he's masturbating his icon. I mean,
I'll be honest.
so the thing is, listen, by the way, let me just add this: Jim Marshall from Minnesota ran the ball the wrong way. That's who did that. But there was The guy we were thinking of, nicknamed Roy Wrong Way Regals.
Yes.
In
yes,
1929 Rose Bowl, ran the ball. He recovered a fumble and ran it the wrong way for a touchdown.
Hey, Johnny, weren't you there, Johnny, the game?
Johnny was there.
The fact that here's the problem with the Pro Football Hall of Fame, because first of all, it's not the NFL Hall of Fame; it's the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That said, it's so watered down now. When they got to the point where they were insistent on putting somebody in every year.
Yeah.
I'll say this: if it's the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and here's some love to my gentleman in the middle above me, where the hell are the Canadian players?
Yeah.
Because they're not American.
It's not the American Pro Football Hall of Fame; it's the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Well, they're not.
Yeah, then you're opening it up to semi-pro. Well, not semi-pro. I guess because they're not pro, but
right, exactly.
Is there a Football Hall of Fame?
There are European leagues that are paying as pro football.
Right.
Well, does Canada have a hall?
Here's the deal. They can't call it that, just like you have to call it the big game. All right, instead of the Super Bowl, it's called the Pro Football Hall of Fame because it's not run by the NFL. It's a separate organization.
Right.
So they can't call it the NFL Hall of Fame. So we're getting caught up in semantics over stuff.
Items in there from other.
Okay.
Like
but the bottom line is it's the NFL Hall of Fame. Yes, there's an item or two here or there, but let's not get confused. People who go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame are not looking for some guy who is the best Saskatchewan Rough Riders running back from.
Exactly. And the other reason is before the late '60s there was no NFL.
Right.
It was AFL, NFC. So that's. I'll just say this: the Hall of Fame's a joke. I'll just say it.
I think it is what it is. Hall of Fames always are when it comes right down to it. So I like it's a joke, but I think it's something you can't like live or die with as a fan.
Let's put it this way. This year, a perfect example, and don't get me wrong, love John Lynch, one of my favorite Buccaneers of all time. But it took a Cheeto finger-crusted, fat, bloated jellyfish to make a pitch to the NFL voting committee to get John Lynch in. You have to pitch the player. My whole thing is if I have to try to sell you on it, then he's not.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
True. But it
goes no-brainer.
Here's the problem with that. When you go back and do old players or people who were in the 1940s and 50s, some of us weren't there, okay? And somebody's got to make that pitch.
Steven.
The NFL Hall of Fame went downhill once they started making a big spectacle about the induction and selling tickets and televising it and marketing it.
Yep.
But that's my point. That's why I say you just can't take it that seriously. Like, oh my God.
It used to be, hey, these are the guys who are all pro for their X amount of seasons in their career. Here's their stats. We think this is the cream of the crop. Let's induct these guys. And they would have a ceremony, and then they would tell us. But now,
that's not even the approach they're supposed to take. They're supposed to say, can you tell the story of this team without these players?
Bingo. What were you saying, Mike?
Really?
Yeah. That is what they ask them in the booth. They say you have to make a pitch where you can't tell.
How complete is this story?
Really, I mean, there are teams in there that only have maybe one guy.
Yeah. I mean, how do you tell?
That's not saying see, that's what the Ring of Honor stuff is for. The Hall of Fame is supposed to be, can you tell the story of the NFL without this player?
So does Gerald McCoy belong in the Ring of Honor? I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. It was a joke.
Down that road.
It was a joke.
Yeah, he can go to the Panthers Ring of Honor.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mike was trying to say something. What were you saying, Mike?
Yeah, is in your mind, is Drew Pearson a Hall of Famer?
Is who?
Drew Pearson.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, he's part of that.
Yeah.
That
at the time he was playing, I would have put him in right away.
See, there's a certain part of me that goes.
He should have been in much sooner. But here's the deal: Eli Manning is going to get in the Hall.
Well, but he deserves it. 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He deserves it. Okay. The thing is this. But listen, guys. Here's the thing. I believe you can make the Hall of Fame if this is just me, I think it'd be okay if they said, you know what, you can make the Hall even if you're not that great, but you did something unbelievably spectacular briefly. I don't think you have to amass over a long period. If there's somebody who came in and for like Bo Jackson, what are you going to say? He was only there for a couple of years. He didn't amass enough statistics, didn't win any Super Bowls. F that. He belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, question on that then. With the earlier topic of you don't take the outside accolades to maybe affect what, going in for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Not to bring up the name, but I'm assuming OJ is not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he is.
No, he is. He is.
Why?
He was there before he killed
He
his
was
wife.
he was the
Okay.
best running back in the NFL in his time.
Okay, so again, not to bring up like a bad topic, but is something like that, shouldn't that then exclude that person?
And I don't, and this is where I say no.
That's
Once you're in the
that's
hall,
an
once you're in the hall.
ideological
See,
thing.
that's what I'm saying. Back then, people went in the hall for what they did on the field.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
it's not the hall of because I like you. It's
There was
the
an
Hall
awful lot of
Fame.
people.
But you
that
think
wanted
Bo
his name
Jackson shouldn't be on there? Shouldn't be
Hell
on there?
no. Hell
I hate
no.
to say it.
Bo Jackson should definitely be in there.
Right, but he was barely a running back. I mean, he was only in for a few years, and he didn't.
And nobody could stop him.
Right, but it was just briefly, and
So by that logic, Christian Okoye should be in there.
Yeah, man.
The Nigerian Nightmare. Come on,
Priest
man.
Holmes.
no, but this is my point about. This is the point about. It's the Hall of Fame. You guys are just missing that word. Okay, if you're really good and really famous and a big part. No, you're not. Okay, Johnny,
Yeah,
you're not everybody.
I know Priest Holmes right now, and if you say his name in Kansas City, that's the man. He's famous.
I'm not just saying famous in your city.
So is Tim Tebow, bro.
Right, I'm not just.
Yeah,
Just gonna
right.
bring up Tebow, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
It's got to be a balance there, man.
Right. No, that's what I'm trying to say is I don't think there has to be some one very strict measure. It's only on the field or it's not, you can't. Listen, this guy, you're going to take into account he was only in there for 3 years and he blew out his hip and he had to have his hip replaced and he could never do the same, but he played a couple of sports and okay, let Bo in.
Dude, Bo Jackson never broke 1,000 yards in a season.
But yet I still think he deserves the NFL with the Hall of Fame without Bo Jackson, and it seems incomplete. Okay, seems like he should be in it.
4 years though. 4 years.
I know, and that's what let me say this again. Okay, even if you're
kind of on the border with Bo Jackson.
okay, but the thing is, I think that's where you look at him and you go, he was such a huge part of the game for that short period of time that if you're tell the story of the team. Can you tell the story of the league year by year without mentioning this player?
He was a very huge story.
Right, and that's why I say no. He should be in. He should be in.
Would he be in the Hall of Fame for baseball?
No.
I don't know baseball enough, and I'm certainly not willing to make any such argument. I can only say that I think different players should get in for different reasons. You should make it for different reasons. Don't make it for different reasons. Whatever. I don't think there has to be this uniformity to what gets you in and what doesn't.
Okay, let me point this out to you though, because this is the rabbit hole we go down here. If Bo Jackson is a Hall of Famer, so is Leonard Fournette.
I don't think that's true.
4
Why?
years.
Wait, whoa. Leonard Fournette averaged 2 yards more per carry in the same amount of time. Leonard Fournette has 2 1,000-yard seasons. Leonard Fournette's receiving is off the charts.
You're doing exactly what I said doesn't apply. I'm saying I don't
he has
think
a Super Bowl.
Right, I'm saying you have to take into account a lot of other things. And like Johnny was talking about, telling the story of the league. Listen, yeah, Fournette's probably going to make the Hall of Fame, okay? He probably will, all right? But you can't tell the story of those years that Bo Jackson was a part of the league. He was the main story, the big part of the story. He was phenomenal. Everybody thinks he was phenomenal, and then he got hurt. And, okay, you know what? He made it. He was there, and then he was gone.
He's also never going to get in the Hall of Fame because he refused to play for the team that drafted him.
Yep. And by the way, Rick, David Moser just made a great point. So based on what you're saying, should Michael Vick be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
No, hell no.
Yes.
Hell
Why?
no. Hell no.
Ooh.
The man changed the dynamic of the sport.
Exactly.
No, he didn't. No, he
Dude, wait a
didn't.
minute.
He did.
No, he didn't. Because
did.
ever since then, ever since Michael Vick, we've all heard these new mobile quarterbacks are going to change the game. Before you talk, Michael Vick, RG3, Lamar Jackson. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened.
Vic
Patrick
did get
Mahomes.
to a
4-year
Super Bowl,
wonder.
though.
What's that?
Vic did get to a Super Bowl, though, did he?
Patrick
not?
Mahomes.
So did Rex Grossman.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just saying for mobile quarterbacks.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes is the most mobile that's ever been in there, though.
Yeah,
Um,
and he's not
he's-
that. He's
Warren
not,
Moon
he's
didn't,
right here.
He's known mostly as a pocket passer, by the way, Patrick Mahomes. He can move.
Warren
He's
Moon
a
didn't
pocket
ever
passer.
make it. I mean, here's the thing. Look, here's the thing. I'm not. I guess all I'm trying to say is this. You know what? I don't need to have some. You don't need to put guardrails around me when we're picking who should make it and who should. You know what? For sometimes I can just look and go, hey, for whatever reason, that guy, I think he should be in there because holy
Yeah, I
crap,
do
look at
think
how
that-
important he's been to the league.
I think stats have to matter too, though.
Though they think they matter too. I think sometimes that's the reason you make it. But sometimes maybe you make it even though you didn't have the stats.
I got heartburn. Ugh.
Andrew Luck? Is Andrew Luck a Hall of Famer?
No.
No, because that he didn't even.
The biggest argument I have against your thing there is that on a stacked team like the 2002 Buccaneers,
Uh-huh.
a lot of people who deserve to be in the Hall get left out.
And they should be able to go even if their stats are
Above average.
or what's the word scavenged by other players and everything because there were so many good players, but they were huge to the game. They were iconic. They were all of that. I think if you're iconic in the game, you should be in the Hall of Fame.
Here's a name. How about Phil Simms?
Nobody's mentioning the guy from the Raiders, man.
Which guy?
The one that don't have a Hall of Fame.
Oh,
No, I'm just asking. What
McFadden.
about Phil Simms being in the Hall of Fame?
Look,
The dude can tell you his name, but he's mic'd out.
You talking about Rich Gannon?
Gannon, thank you. No, the other one. Yeah.
Kenny Stabler.
what?
Come on, he won 2 Super Bowls.
Ken Stabler?
Stabler, yeah.
Sure, he should be in. Yes, but the thing is this: he is iconic, and why can't we say, you know what? You either have to have the stats, or you've got to be iconic.
Well,
Okay.
I was trying to say that when we were talking about Eli way back then, but
So is that a yes or no?
Stabler, 2 Super Bowl wins and not in the Hall of Fame.
Right. That's why I'm saying it doesn't have to be this. We don't have to put these guardrails and say you have to only do this, and you can't take anything else into account.
If
It's the
Eli
Hall of
gets-
Fame. You're not going to hell for it. Okay.
If Eli gets into the Hall of Fame, it's going to be because he's the only person to beat Brady twice in the Super Bowls.
And win
Exactly
two,
right.
and he won 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He's the guy. I mean, it's not like that's some minor accomplishment.
But he finished his career, what is it, 114 and 114 or something?
Yeah.
His record
Yeah.
was terrible.
I understand. Yes, I
In the
get
Hall
that.
for the 2 Super Bowls.
I get that. I think there are players who are iconic for many different reasons. I think Doug Williams should probably be in the Hall of Fame. Okay?
Yeah, no.
Crickets.
I do, because he's
Why?
iconic.
First
Because of the
black quarterback
iconic-
in the Super Bowl.
Yes, the
Yeah,
first.
He's a first. He's a first.
Right, there are things that make him special to the game. That he did something that's so so intrinsic to the story of the game that let him get in. Yes.
Well,
I could-
Randall
I could-
Cunningham.
He scored 7 times in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. At some point, it's like, okay, so he didn't get these stats, but he did this, and why does it have to be? You're not going to hell for this. It's just the freaking NFL or Pro Football Hall of Fame. It doesn't have to be like, like, oh my God, no, they made the wrong decision.
There's 7
So
of us
what?
discussing this right now. There's like 150 people discussing that now at the Hall of Fame. voting.
Right.
We
Right.
can't argue. We can't agree on it. So how?
No, I understand, but that's what we're here for, is to talk about it. But
Yeah.
No,
I
Rick,
just,
the one point that Rick makes regarding that is that Joe Namath is in the Hall of Fame, and he's essentially in the Hall of Fame for guaranteeing a win. That's really the only reason he's in the Hall.
Because
His record's really not great.
and that's fine, because my God, that's an iconic moment of the game, and he should be in the Hall of Fame.
then how about putting a Hall of Fame for the games? Like that is a Hall of Fame game. Okay.
What?
They play one every year, Johnny.
Yeah, I know that doesn't work. That's called a Super Bowl. I mean, no, that's
like the greatest game ever played and
greatest Super Bowls ever.
Iconic games.
I'm sure they have that. I'm sure they have that there. Well, just like they've got sneakers for Michael Vick or Cadillac Williams.
Well, no, what I'm saying is make it a team thing. Put that team in the Hall of Fame for
They
that
have the
reason.
Purple People Eaters in the Hall of Fame. The Minnesota team.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, we're making it sound like we're talking about whether someone's going to hell or not. I mean, it's just the Hall of Fame. I mean, okay, so you let somebody slide in who was very, very famous. He won 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He beat Brady twice. Okay, so his record was 114 and 114. But holy crap, look what he did. So, I mean,
you gotta separate the Hall of Fame players from the Ring of Honor players. The Ring of Honor are our guys that have made a serious impact.
Yeah, we're not even talking about Ring of Honor. We're not even going anywhere near that right now.
I'm talking about the Hall of Fame. I said there's got to be separation.
We are. I'm saying nobody's brought up the Ring of Honor, so I don't know that
some of these players that we're talking about are Ring of Honor players, not Hall of Fame players.
Like who?
Like the guy, the Bo Jackson. He would be a Ring of Honor player, not a Hall of Fame player.
I think he belongs on the Hall.
I'd say the same thing is true for Michael Vick. He could be a Ring of Honor player.
Yes, I agree with that.
I think he belongs not for Atlanta, but he belongs in. I think Bo Jackson belongs there just under the same reasoning that Joe Namath is there. There are probably plenty of examples, and I don't know them, of people who, you know what, they did something spectacular. If you do something if you do something so spectacular that it's iconic in the game, do you realize how hard that is? Iconic is something that doesn't happen every year. Okay, it's something.
Okay, so based on that, should Julian Edelman be in the Hall of Fame for that catch?
Well,
It's not iconic. It's a famous catch. It's a very great catch, but it's not iconic.
I just got my argument to get Randy Moss back in the Hall of Fame. Okay, what's more iconic than mooning a fan base that mooned you for 8 years?
It's true.
Oh man!
Or Leroy Butler to stay on the Packers theme. He should be in the Hall of Fame because he created the Lambeau Leap. What's more iconic than that?
Actually, it's not Leroy Butler.
Well, the Lambeau Leap belongs in the Hall of Fame, but nobody remembers who it was that created it.
Yeah,
okay?
Leroy Butler.
Oh, you remembered? Okay, I bet you if you went around the room right here before you said it, no one could have told you that.
I could have told you that.
Of course, Johnny could have. Johnny, of course.
Of course, yeah. Discard that, but I did. I thought everybody knew that. Why don't?
No. I bet you most people would not remember who did that. Be honest, guys. Who else in here would have honestly been able to tell you that it was Leroy Butler?
Come on,
anybody?
I knew you knew it.
Not me.
No. People aren't going to remember that.
I talk about it every freaking year.
No, we talk about the Lambeau Leap. I don't hear Leroy Butler like that. I don't. Okay.
I hear Leroy Jenkins now, so.
So anyway, what a
He
mess.
should be in the Hall of Fame. Leroy Jenkins.
He will when EA makes it Hall of Fame for sport.
If we're gonna go Leroy's, let's go Selman, and let's not go any further. Okay.
Thank you.
You know,
How many years did Leroy Selman play?
9.
His career was cut short because of his back
Right.
injury.
His career was short. He never won a Super Bowl. He didn't. I think
it was 7 or 6.
Right. What I'm pointing out is part of the reason he's there is because he was the Bucs.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and that's part of the deal. But when you start saying, well, this guy didn't win enough Super Bowls. Well, this guy only won 2, but his record was this. The thing is this. It's not. What'd you say?
121 games he played, Selman.
And how many years?
I just exited.
9.
Got it.
9.
9. Okay.
Was it 9? Okay.
Right. Okay. So he played 9 years. Really? I mean, Where are his stats on the on the all-time defensive ends? I mean, the thing is this, guys. It's not that he's not phenomenal. He was phenomenal, but there are other factors that came into play with him, making the Hall.
I'll say this
because they didn't count him then.
I'll say this. Leroy Selman had way more to do with the Bucs getting to the NFC Championship than Doug Williams did.
Absolutely.
No, I agree with you on that. I'm not disagreeing at all. I agree with you on that.
I was just stating a
right.
fact.
I think Doug Williams should go, not because of stats, not because of whether, I mean, yes, maybe for what he did in Washington, but I think more than anything, he belongs in there for other reasons.
I would agree with that because if Terry Bradshaw can be in the Hall, then Doug Williams should be in the Hall.
Right. You're taking a guy who's...
Have you seen Doug Williams' career stats compared to Bradshaw's? They're not pretty, bro.
Yeah.
He threw more interceptions than Jameis Winston.
Do you I mean, so the thing is, guys, it's simple to me that the bottom line is the people who make it to the Hall are the people who make it. And it's because of different criteria. There's not a rigid criteria, and I'm okay with that.
Okay,
you know what I would. I shouldn't say it because it sounds petty, but if I would love to see in my perfect dream world, I would love to see the Bucs win 2 more Super Bowls. So to be the first team to win 3 back-to-back Super Bowls,
yes.
and then Brady retire and go into the Hall as a Buccaneer.
Who are you going? And he goes undefeated one of those years.
Yes.
Who are you going to then say if that were to happen? Okay, let's say they go 17-0 this year and then go all the way, through the playoffs, win the Super Bowl. So they're back to back. Now they go into the next year and they win the Super Bowl again. All right. Now, which player on the Bucs, which wide receiver on the Bucs, if AB resigns, which one is not going to make the Hall of Fame? See. It's just silly to say, you can't let all these guys in because they're from the same team. Yes, you can.
Speaking of iconic, the only reason Tom Brady didn't go all the way undefeated through the Super Bowl was because of Eli Manning.
Exactly. So that's sort of my point. All right.
Actually, it wasn't because of Eli Manning. It was because of the
Tyree.
No, it was the Giants' defensive line.
Well, it was because of a lot of things, but
David Tyree.
Yeah. David Tyree.
Yeah, but
that was ridiculous.
So David Tyree threw the ball to himself. That's hot.
Okay.
Right.
That's so hot. Oh my god.
No, that was Tom Brady threw the ball to himself.
Right. Well, he did that last year.
Right.
The Bucs.
He did actually, and that became a thing. The Rams now are changing the league because of it.
Terry Bradshaw, 210 interceptions.
How many does Jameis have?
88 right now.
That's
Jameis only has 88. Wow.
Bradshaw's record is not great. He's because he went to 4 Super Bowls.
But he should be there because of the Super Bowls, because of all of that, because of the fame, because of the iconic nature of who he was at the time, for so many different reasons. For so many different reasons, he should be in the Super Bowl.
Rick, Rick, you could name. It would take you less time to name the Pittsburgh Steelers players from the '70s who didn't make the Hall than the ones who did.
And they're still trickling in each year.
Right, and they should keep putting them in.
That's what's going to happen with this team right here.
I think you're right. It could happen, but the thing is, it's just like it happened with Levante David and Devin White. Listen, let me tell you something. Hold on. If Brady didn't come this year, okay, and you still got Levante David and Devin White, neither one's making the Pro Bowl. Okay, that's a fact. All right, because they're taking votes from each other, and other people are going to get there, and the team didn't make it and didn't do it all. Okay, the point of the matter is this: if you do something spectacular, I kind of think if it's that impactful and that big. Maybe that's the way it is. As I view the Hall of Fame as just NFL's biggest players. That's how I view the Hall.
I think based on what you're saying, the Bucs defense from this past Super Bowl should make the Hall if we're going to do that. Name another team that's held what was the top offensive team in the NFL, considered to be one of the best in NFL history, to no touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
I understand. No, I understand. But and here's what I'm trying to say is while that is unbelievable and spectacular, and all of us are blown away by that and we get the impact of it, most people don't. And what I'm saying about iconic and what makes something iconic and such a big deal is everybody across all teams, everywhere. It's this memorable, massive moment that everybody coalesces around. Not just fans of the team, not just people who really know football.
Does coalesce mean good or just gather around?
Gathers around.
Okay, so by that notion, Colin Kaepernick taking a knee should make him eligible because everybody talks about that for 10 years.
Yeah, but that's
But
not
was that a
Hall of Fame
football?
worthy. That's
See?
immediate.
See?
What do you mean? See, that's not football oriented that he took a knee. That
Well,
has
then why
nothing
did
to do
people
with-
boycott the NFL for it?
Well, because the NFL took a
Because
stance
America.
agreed with something
America.
that's pretty damn questionable.
Let me ask you all this. Should Colin Kaepernick taking a knee be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
No.
No.
The
Yes.
action would just as much as those
No.
Olympic track stars that did the fist in '72 Olympics or whatever.
I still played the
Mexico
game and
Olympics.
did it.
Way to go, Matt.
That's-
Way to go,
that-
Matt. You just shocked me. Way to go, Matt.
I'll
How
say
dare
this.
you.
That's
Well,
an
I got something every
iconic.
once in a
That is
while.
an iconic moment. That's an iconic moment in the Olympics, Matt. But it shouldn't be in the Hall either. It's got.
It
I,
is,
I,
though,
I am
Steven.
tired. I am tired of acts, but it shouldn't be. I'm tired of actions that have nothing to do with sports being celebrated.
Well, I agree
Has
with
nothing
you.
to do
That's
with
why I'm
sports.
not watching baseball.
You know what? I don't agree. I don't agree with that,
Yeah.
Stephen. I don't agree with that because sometimes that's what makes sports so special to America. Is there are things that are transcendent to the sport.
And my problem with that is also the notion it's like the athletes are doomed either way, and I'll say it for one reason before my phone dies. Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods took heat from the media and the fans for never speaking out on anything other than sports. Now, the
That's
new
a fact.
generation of athletes are actually taking up causes of what they believe is right or wrong, and we're burying them for that. So we're just burying what we're saying is regardless of what you're saying, good or bad or otherwise, just play and shut up.
Damned if you
Yeah.
do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. Well, here's why that works though. To a degree.
What about the track star?
Michael
What about
Jordan-
the track star in the Berlin Olympics? Should they not raise their hands?
No,
No,
I
this-
understand what you're saying. But I'm saying with Michael Jordan, one of the reasons why he's still considered the GOAT and LeBron isn't is because LeBron is an annoying little bitch. I'm just going to call it like it is.
Amen,
He really
brother.
is. He really
Preach it,
is.
Steven.
That
Right,
is one of the
but
reasons why.
LeBron being an annoying little bitch has nothing to do with Michael Jordan.
Because Michael Jordan made a great point that I agreed with at the time. Because they said, why don't you get involved in more social issues? Why don't you speak out more? In other words, what they're really saying is, why don't you take our slanted side? And what Michael Jordan said was, Republicans buy tennis, Republicans buy sneakers too. And that should be the bottom line.
Well, now they boycott that.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I don't have a problem.
That appeals to everyone.
No,
So that everyone can
listen,
enjoy the sport.
listen. I think God bless this country. If there's one, there's so much bad about this country at this point. But let me tell you something: the fact that, and if an athlete can still stand up and say, "Hold on," despite all of this, or even not an athlete, it could be anybody can stand up and say, "Hold on, I believe in this." I got no problem with that at all. Okay, and you know what? Good for you. You take that stance, even if I don't agree with it, and I might dislike you for your stance. That's part of the consequences that come with taking a stand. That's fine. But what happened? You cannot tell the story of the NFL over the last several years without Colin Kaepernick being in the story, and that's why it belongs in there. Yeah, that moment should be. That moment should be. You don't go in for your statistics. You don't go in. Listen, you don't go in saying you're a phenomenal player. You go in because you did this iconic thing.
The reason why I'm going to disagree, and this is coming from, I'm not pulling the race card, but coming from that background, the reason why I'm going to disagree is because what Colin did was manufactured.
Yep,
It was
I
not
agree with
based
that
in
too.
fact. It was not based in statistics.
I agree with you.
It was not based on anything real. So I am not into rewarding people for constructing false arguments just because it was a big deal into the media at the time.
Took a
I'm
second
not
stringer
into
and
that.
put him back
I mean,
on.
it was
Listen, now we've got to, now anytime anybody does anything for any cause
No.
hold on, let me finish. Now, anytime anybody does anything trying to, we have to pick apart now. What are their motives? Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it? I mean, we have to. We go away. And the thing is this, man. You know what? You can't tell the story of the league. Forget whether it's right or wrong. Forget whether it was manufactured. You cannot tell the story of the last 4 years of the NFL without Colin Kaepernick.
Michael Spurlock don't need to be in the hall.
That's an example of great. Maybe the ring. Okay, fine. We're not talking about that. Okay, that's not an iconic moment beyond the team. Okay, I'm saying the league. You cannot tell the story of the league. Okay,
Yeah,
Johnny, you keep changing and going back to the team. I keep saying you can't tell the story of the
I was
league.
answering a question in the chat. I wasn't talking.
And Troy Polamalu, go away. Okay, if you're gonna spam the chat, go away. All right.
Yep.
Now you're just annoying. You know what? You were funny a lot of the time. Now you're pissing me off. All right, now.
you're going to piss me
And
off.
I agree with what Tim. I agree with what Tim Witherspoon said. He first knelt because he got benched. See, this is the point. When Muhammad Ali was willing to go to jail because he didn't want to go to Vietnam, he refused to serve. That was a noble cause.
No, wait a minute. Now, hold on. No. Your judgment call is that it was noble. Somebody else might say he didn't want to go to war. He was entitled. He was spoiled.
But what I'm saying about that is he was willing to do something real that really affected him in a massive way. He was at the peak of his career at that time, and he was willing to do something real to take a stand for something bigger than himself. I don't believe that was Colin Kaepernick.
But that's a judgment call on your part.
No, because Muhammad Ali lived it. He lived it.
No, I get it. But so has Kaepernick. Okay, so the thing is, all that I am saying is this, Johnny. I'm using your benchmark, but I'm taking it to the NFL instead of a team. Can you tell the story of the league with or without this player? Okay? You cannot tell the story of the league over the last 4 years without talking about Kaepernick.
On a national level, I agree with you to a point because it's a national story. It's not just an NFL story.
Right. But it's also, and you can't even when it comes to the NFL.
It's a worldwide story.
Right. You have to tell that story. So do I think he should go in? This is the thing is we're all acting like you have to be a great player to go in. I'm proposing or suggesting maybe not.
Are you giving him a gold jacket or are you giving the story a gold jacket?
Listen. Maybe what I'm saying to you is this. Maybe it's not that you're one of the greatest players of all time. Okay? Like Joe Namath, who has a gold jacket. Okay? And it wasn't the moment that they gave. Okay? What I'm saying, Terry Bradshaw, what I'm saying is maybe you can get a gold jacket and go in because, for other reasons. It's a gold freaking jacket. You're in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This is not your eternal salvation at stake. Relax. Who cares? Ultimately, if somebody gets in and you're like, I don't think he was good enough.
Well, I kind of care because I care for the story, but I don't care for his ability as a football player. And that's where bottom line is. They have to be football players as well.
But Namath wasn't, and Bradshaw wasn't, and so many others weren't.
No, they played. Namath and Bradshaw, God, as much as I hate to say that about Namath, he got out there and played. Okay? It was about the football game.
Right.
Well, I think that Kaepernick's incident could be recalled in the Hall of Fame, but him as a player getting a gold jacket and taking the honor.
And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with what you're saying with that.
That's why I asked gold jacket or the story.
Right, but
I won't put Kaepernick.
But you can't give the gold jacket to a story. So maybe we're caught in semantics. But the thing is this.
No, they do it all the time. They put Fitzpatrick in there.
I got it. They take cleats and they put it in there. They do things like that. Yes.
They put storyboards in there also.
Okay. All that I am saying is simple. It's just very simple. Look, I'm just proposing the thought. Maybe it doesn't have to only be performance that gets you into the Hall of Fame. Okay? Maybe it's your impact on the league as well can be factored in. That's all.
Okay, I could agree with that. I could agree with the story, like you're saying, the story going in, because the story should be told, but not Kaepernick.
Right.
And
you
that's how I
got
see
to
it.
have an impact as a player in the game in order to get in the Hall of Fame. And
I think that
his story did
Okay,
have
then
an impact, so his
that's
story-
fine. Yeah, that's fine. Then saying, you know what, the story is a part of the league. I mean, it becomes a part of that, but we're not giving it. The gold jacket only goes to certain people. But I'm sorry, guys, I'll argue with you about Bo Jackson all day long. And
Bo
and
Jackson's a whole different situation, Rick. I mean,
no, this
the
is
guy
my
got
point,
cut
Matt.
because of physical
Matt,
problems.
my point is exactly what you're saying. It's a different situation, and that's my point. Is every situation is different. You don't put guardrails and say that it has to be these specific criteria that get you into the Hall of Fame. And I don't think that's right, because rules change, leagues change, things change, player styles change, height, weight, all this stuff changes, speed.
But there's a big difference between Michael Vick's cleats going into the Hall of Fame with a storyboard and a little video, as opposed to putting Michael Vick in there, because he really didn't do anything but make an impact on the league.
But he did.
He doesn't deserve a gold jacket.
Maybe.
He deserves notoriety for what he accomplished.
Maybe.
I see that as two separate different things, and you're not going to put Colin Kaepernick at the podium and let him do an induction speech.
Do you remember the things Vic did at the beginning of his career, and then forget that last year or so in Atlanta, and then go back to what he did in Philly? Do you remember that Monday night game? Michael Vick did.
He was
the man was incredible.
Right. For a year or two, they literally just didn't have an offensive line. They might as well have had nobody out there on offensive line and let him try to play. Okay,
Had to go 150 yards a game.
Right.
So,
it was insane what they did to him, and he had no shot, and what he did was amazing and phenomenal, and no other player could do probably what he did. Okay, so no other player could do what he did week after week after week.
That's not true. Bo Jackson, I would say, was on a level with Riggins.
We were just talking about Michael Vick, but thanks.
Oh, Vic.
Okay.
Why do we have to talk about Vic? That's Atlanta. I know. That was a joke.
What's cooking in the South? But I mean, my point is, guys, maybe we can just be flexible about what gets you in.
We weren't as impressed with Michael Vick because we had Derek Brooks shutting him down. Okay, everybody else that played against Michael Vick was scared.
Right. And when he went to Philly, what he did in Philly was freaking amazing. When he came back.
Yeah, what he managed to do to salvage his career in Philadelphia
Yes.
was phenomenal. He learned how to pass while he was in the big house.
And
And now back to Bo Jackson. Back to Bo Jackson. If John Lynch don't get in, then Bo Jackson shouldn't get in. Because
John Lynch is in.
John Lynch is not in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is, Johnny.
No, I'm not talking about John Lynch. I'm talking about our fullback.
Mike Allstott.
Allstott, thank you.
Mike Allstott should
What
be.
the hell?
Johnny just realized that his entire argument for the entire evening is now he's been saying the wrong name all night.
Mike Allstott's not going to get in because they have him listed as a fullback, and fullbacks don't get in.
And I think that's a great example of what I'm talking about you don't need guardrails and say fullbacks don't get in because their stats and this and that. Listen, I'm sorry, Mike Allstott deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Yes, and Rondé Barber should have been a first ballot.
Okay, so to me, this is my point about all of the trying to get all these you got to have these specific criteria. No, you don't. No, you don't need to have these specific criteria.
Criteria at least follow the crap, because Rondé Barber should have been a first balloter according to their own criteria.
Yeah, I think.
Very good. Say John Lynch again.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think you just look. Here's the deal. Yeah, should Barber be in? Yeah, Barber should be in, and he will get in. Okay. What?
Ahead of Lynch? No doubt.
No, Lynch is in.
I understand that, but before him,
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
I think Barber should have been in before Lynch.
Probably, yeah. Probably, yes. But I think Barber's definitely getting in, and if Lynch didn't get in, Lynch retired first. So if Lynch didn't get in, I mean, Lynch was going to get in first. I don't know how else to say that. He was going.
See, I think the Buccaneers from 2002 need to have their own little spot.
Simeon Rice should be in there. There's no question about that. But he pissed off the press.
And that's that, and that's why I say, you know what? You open up the criteria a little bit to just say, you know what? There's not a set criteria. You don't have to win a Super Bowl to deserve to be in. I mean,
agree with that.
you don't have to do everybody with all that. You know, how many Super Bowls did he win, or whatever. I'm sorry, Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl, but that dude deserves to be in. But having said that, Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls, beat Tom Brady twice, won the MVP both times. In a game that Tom Brady was in, that dude deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
so,
I agree with that.
I don't think Johnny and I are saying that that the criteria should be rigid. At least what I'm saying is that because it's media driven, it's unbelievably arbitrary. Great example: Simeon Rice went and talked to the press, and so to stick it to him, they're making him wait. And I think that's the unfairness of it. He deserves to be in the Hall. But to stick it to him, they're making him wait. They did the same thing to Terrell Owens. He deserved to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. They made him wait because he didn't like them. And
there's a penalty for being an a-hole. Sorry, there are consequences to it. There you go.
It's also position bias too. Look at Matt Suey. If I don't know if Matt's in, but if he's not, he should be. Matt Suey.
Yeah.
Hong Kong Fooey.
Okay, you guys don't know who Matt Suey was. Walter Payton's fullback, who opened all those holes for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the deal, and this ultimately is it. What criteria do you need to be listed as Brady-esque? Okay.
Thank you, Witherspoon.
All right, thank you, Tim Witherspoon. Guys, I'm going to call it a night.
Thank God.
Hey, Mike, you can go anytime you want, brother. Nobody's keeping you. There's literally nobody forcing you to be here.
That's just bad media, though, bro.
Okay, guys.
We talked the Hall of Fame a bit too long tonight.
For you. Okay, Andrew, go ahead. Where do they find you?
You can find me up here in Canada, of course. No, I'm kidding. Northwest Dynasty, ladies and gentlemen, across all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all that other fun stuff. If you want to follow me personally, it's Andrew_Faubert on Twitter. We're on live every Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time for you East Coastern folks. And as per usual, thank you again, Rick, for having me on. And I will talk to you guys very soon.
Again, sorry for yelling at you and everybody.
It's okay. Wife's right here. I'll get yelled at in about 5 seconds. Anyway.
See you later. Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye. All right. I guess we lost. I guess I probably got Mike mad at me again. Anybody have anything you want to say on the way out?
You can catch me on
one at a time. Hold on. Let's start with Johnny.
Okay. I can be found at What's Happening Sports Entertainment, the Twitter channel right here, and North Sports is supposed to be writing an article for What's Happening here soon. So
awesome. Thank you, brother.
Later, bud.
Steven.
I just want to say you guys can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I would say this. Your shows, Rick, are my favorite shows on the Bucs Report.
Not Troy Polamalu though, huh?
No. But it really is. I love what's cooking in the South and live from the cheap seats. My favorite shows in the Bucs Report. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it. Look forward to talking to you guys again soon.
I appreciate you being here, my friend. All right, Matt. Thanks a lot for coming by tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. I was going to say, just as a joke, that I'm usually on What's Cooking from the South and in the cheap seats. If you ever wanted to see me, just come back and see me. But Troy Polamalu would probably never show back up.
Well, we're hoping.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Yeah.
Had a good night tonight, though. You have a good evening. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, you have a great one. See you tomorrow night. All right, guys, we've got one more segment here that we close the show out with. So let's talk a little bit about something called The Leftovers. Okay, guys, so this is what's left over for tonight. Something we didn't get into. We didn't really delve hard into, and I think that's the coaching staff. That the Buccaneers, I hear a lot of people talking about what's going to happen after Arians is gone. What's going to happen? Is this person going to take over the defensive coordinator position? Is this person going to move up and become the head coach? What's going on with that? And this is sort of like the AB thing that I opened up with. Who cares? Right now, who cares? And I think it's as Bucs fans, we're probably trained. We're trained to think only about what's wrong because we've gone through it for so many years. We're trained to be preparing for the worst and preparing for whatever's bad. We're always preparing for that. And we're missing the good times because we're so busy trying to figure out the next step that we're not enjoying the step we're on. So I just want to encourage everybody. Let's have some fun this year, man. Let's all just have some fun. Let's all go along for the ride and get along and cheer, and let's do our best to put aside what happened in the past, because right now, this is what it's all about. This is what we wait for. This is what you try to build to get to. And don't miss it. Don't miss the good times, because they don't come that often. And we got a very special thing going here. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy every minute of it. I want to thank you guys for coming by. I seriously, I love you guys. I'm so glad you guys are a part of what we do here. And I'm very much want to say thank you. Please share as much as you can. Share the show down below there. Follow us. Share us. Spread the word. Please keep making comments. What you guys say and do in the comments, even when we're not referring to them, we're reading them. And I appreciate the fact that more than you know that you guys are here. And I very much want you to know that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. And that's a fact. I wouldn't be doing this show if y'all weren't having a good time, if I wasn't having a good time. I wouldn't be here. So the getting all excited and having a good time and ranting or whatever, it's all part of the fun that we have here. And I hope you know that. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming by. All of you are awesome. Glenn, Tim, David, all of you that I see here at the end. Teresa was here earlier. Christopher Cole is always here. Misador is here. Robert Horton. There's so many of you. David Surlis. Charles Scott, thank all of you guys for coming by. Olga, thank you so much for coming by. And everybody on the show. The Dude, Stephen Glasker, Matt from Oklahoma, Mike, Johnny Dean. You guys mean a lot to me. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. Freaking miscreants. We will see you idiots tomorrow night.